change the way I reason. That is how we do self-surgery, self-retrospect. That is how it should be. Because gone are the days when we are being fed with milk all the time. Black is beautiful, everything is okay, and we continue dying, we continue perishing in stupidity. Those that are praising us, when we look, when they turn around, they laugh at us. They say, only if these people could know who they are. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE. Remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still languishing in the DSS dungeon, but do not make no mistake about it. This is freedom fighting, for goodness sake. That is why today I'm going to talk about understanding freedom. Because if you really understand freedom, you will not be worried on the consequences of the fight. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the face of Biafra restoration. He's there. Sometimes I look at our people, and people we call on air and radio, what happened, what the pranks the Nigerian government is playing. You know, we are not happy. Yes, we are not. None of us are happy. But you don't let your enemy know that you have to maintain a brave face, for goodness sake. This is freedom fighting. All these are not unexpected. Do you understand? As our veteran said, freedom is not given in a restaurant, served in a restaurant, you know, with rules, everything. No, it is being taken. Therefore, we know the consequence. We should understand the consequence of what we are doing. If you don't understand the consequence, that is when, you know, a wind will, you are just like a chaff. Wind will blow you away. It's just like a soldier that is going to the war front. You know, you don't know that he can die. You have to have that mindset in order to be at the war front. So let us stop this sentiment. Yes, it's painful, but you have to bear it. This is how it should be. We are not the first and not the last. Mandela stayed in prison for 27 good years, and the fight continued until they have victory. But our people were, this is freedom fight, for goodness sake. We are fighting for freedom. Any person can go down, and others will continue. People have died and continue dying. So we shouldn't be exposing that we are weak, sentimentally weak. You know what Nigerian government, the bottom line is that they must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have no case against him. That is why they are trying to buy maximum time, because they know that any day they really hear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. He has been released. He has been released. What they are doing is illegal. Any day they even put mouth on his case, he must be released. That is the thing. Another second or third release. Do you remember 2015? How many times they granted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bail? Have you forgotten? How many times? Do you think that what we are doing is a child's play? Let us stop this sentiment. You can have your sentiment and cover it by yourself. Express it, but expressing it on the social media, oh yeah. We know that Nigeria government, this is what they have, this is their fight, their last fight, what they are doing. That is it. So we should make sure that we are strong and we remain strong. Don't show your enemy that, you know, I was expecting that, now wow, bad news, but come on. During the Biafran war, do you know how many soldiers that died? I mean, Biafran soldiers, brave soldiers, very intelligent ones. They are being killed because they know this is a war. So let us remove this sentiment. We are too much sentimental, and our enemies are using it against us. That is what I have seen on our people. We are I don't know whether we cannot control adrenaline. Is it because of the the too much presence of melanin in our body? Maybe. That has to do with our spontaneous reaction, sentiments and emotions. Oh, before you know it start. No! This is freedom fighting, for goodness sake. We should continue and do. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is there for us. He has said it that he is not going to do what? To disappoint us. But you see, many people are disappointing him. Do you see that? Many people are disappointing him already. Therefore, please, let us remove this sentiment in what we are doing. We should be stone cold. I'm telling you. Stone cold. Whatever happens, we maintain stone coldness until we achieve our goal, which is the restoration of Biafra. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Tata Bobo Chiorie. I will go direct to the topic of my submission, or let me say, before that, I will read some news headlines. You know what we are doing here? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established something. I used to say it: mental awakening, the era of renaissance. That is what we are in. When you look at social media, everywhere is awash, asking questions, both religion, ideologies, different things. That is how it should be. That debate must continue. People must continue talking. Because once a revolution is being raised up, the flag has been risen up. The flag has risen. The flag has raised up. No more going back. Until another, because this thing that is happening, this questioning, let me tell you, these questions concerning religion, foreign religions in our land, that has been going on, it will never stop. It is going to usher it in another different dispensation of African Renaissance. I am telling you, I don't know what time it will be. It might take 1 year, it might take 50 years, it might take 5 years. But surely it must happen. Because you can never oppress people forever. It's not done. Nothing lasts forever. It's not done. There is not, injustice can never last forever. A time will come, people will start saying, instead, let me take that. We cannot continue like this. That is why there are questions everywhere. Look at social media. I love it. When I open social media, I love it. People start questioning everything. This is how Europe developed. Do you understand? That is how Europe ushered in this new era of European Renaissance and development. Because they started questioning. They started asking questions. And let me tell you, it's not going to be palatable. It's going to be bloody. Do you see, for Africa to remove herself from this bondage of foreign ideology, foreign imposition, it will be bloody. It will be bloody everywhere. Because there are forces that have been entrenched that is benefiting from the status quo. Do you understand? They will not let go easily, but the awareness is going on. It's ongoing. Europeans, they turned Africa into a nameless body of people. Everything in our lives is colonialism. It depicts colonialism. According to the clip I played, the preamble, the man said it all. That Africa has been turned into a nameless body of people. Look at the plate of food you are eating. Everything, this one imported from China, the other one from Japan, the noodles from Malaysia, this one from America, oh, the clothes you are wearing, this one. We are not free economically, ideologically, religiously, everything. Only a set of people, black race Africans. Why shouldn't we remove ourselves from this? Do you think that we have to continue, being like this? Continue being in foreign land and boasting. When you come from a foreign land to your village, you become more respected. Why is it so? Oh, you visited, where other people have built. This thing should stop. Action speaks louder than voice. Because our people, before, once you travel abroad, you become, you are being taken as you are the highest in your town. You are kindred on your family. But let me tell you, do you see this awakening that is coming, that is going on, not coming, ongoing, African awakening? Let me tell you, a time will come when, if you take photo, you are from, you are living in an African, you are an Igbo man living in Japan, you will be hiding, because it will turn into a shame. It will turn into a shame. I am telling you this. This thing has been demystified, demystification. After all, what are you doing there? In a safe, in a wasanshi, in a menka. Due to people build the economy and they continue using black race in order to continue developing their country or their countries. The same slavery. This time around, natural one choncho, you brag. As somebody sang, anywhere you go, if you don't see Igbo man, Balaga, that place, and the people are boasting with it. This is the meaning. It is an insult to us as a people. Don't you know that? It's an insult. It's an insult. People that have no home. That's it. That is what it means. We are not outside on holiday or on expatriate work, because when you are an expatriate, a job that will be paid maybe 100 naira on normal citizen, an expatriate, because you possess the qualification, the technical know-how, you'll be paid maybe times 5 or times 10. But we are not. Instead, every one of us hustling and a bumbo. Now, why not? Now, if you go home now, okay, nothing now. If police no kill you, military will get you. If they no get you, civil defense will track you. If they no kill you, Fulani herdsmen, they will slaughter you. If that one no go, your means of livelihood in the market, your shops will got burnt for nothing. Somebody will just come and put it on fire because of one political reason or the other, because they hate you, and everybody will cry, and you are gone. Your means of life, you turn into nothing. If that didn't happen, your house will be bulldozed down by mad politicians because you don't agree to their terms. So make a face. He send no photo, make a make on but ebe no na eme ya ni onye ocha ho ge omechi imi ya say na yo ho na ekwensu yo ho na no ohia yo ho na monkey today na monkey na eshi but you are suffering all these things smiling. Is it not high time we jointly do something? That is what we are trying to do here, please, in order to steer our people up mentally, in order to start having rethink as a prodigal son. When the highest thing you can do to yourself is self-retrospect, judging yourself. This thing we are doing, are we getting it right? Is it good that we left our villages? You build your house, you build a big house in your village, but nobody is there. Instead, the person that is there, even you can bring a Yoruba person or an Hausa person sleeping there, and you are paying the person. Oh, your man, is it a good thing? Is it a good thing? when you go home, you stay highest 1 month. Before I got chopped on the gonna track a kidnap because you have no home. So when you check all these things, we should understand that look, there is something fundamentally wrong that we need to fix. That is what we preach here. We need to fix ourselves. Foreigners turned us into destitutes. I mean black race in general. And we Biafrans in particular. Europeans turned us into destitutes, destitutes. Forget about your crumbs you are getting, individual hustling. They turned us into dogs, dog eat dog. No organization. Do you know why I say we are primitive? Because we lack organization. Primitive animal, no organization. That is what it means. You cannot act as a unit, as a people. No. All that matters, you go now, you hustle, you get a car, buy a house, and start posting it on social media. They're making mouths. If we have an organized government that can at least everybody working hard, you can acquire this through the help of the government. Or through the facilitation of the government. Can you be making mouths? Can you be posting it on the social media? Can you do that? The answer is no. How many Japanese you've seen because they have house now, they'll be posting it on social media? That is stupidity. It's stupidity. They don't do it. How many Koreans you've seen doing that? No. Because they have a government. That any person you can be walking and be driving any car of your choice, because it is organized in a way that the money will be deducted every month without you even knowing it. So why will you make mouth because of it? But in our own, you have to hustle. No help. Hey, that is what they sentence us, animals. And you see people boasting with it. It's animalistic behavior. Let me tell you. That is why I always say that we are primitive people. Very primitive. Highly primitive. We are trying to restore a country of ours, where we will be participants, where each and every one of us will be important to the country, to contribute to the advancement for our collective interest, for our collectivity. It is not about you also go do your own. No. What they use religion to put, to destroy our lives, so that they put you don't mind another person, just pray to your God. They divided us into piece by piece with this foreign religion. I am telling you honestly. When you talk, the other one will say, no, my Jesus is good, he do me well as far as I have received blessings, so I don't care. He doesn't care about others. All that matters to him is praise Lord, Jesus have blessed me. Me. How? Without blessing us, your blessing is obsolete. Because without us, there will be no I, there will be no you. Let it enter your skull. Let us stop misusing or misunderstanding issues. Without us, there will be no me or you, one person. It is all girigiri. Do you understand me? That is what we shout. That is what we preach. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been preaching, shouting. That we need to gather. And he gathered us into one family. No one neka na-eji mmadụ. Ada eji mmadụ ọya nwoke ọya mba. Ọ nwanne nna onye a ụkwa ịma nna onye a na nna nne gị ụkwa nwanne o. You say, is your brother, is your sibling, you didn't know. But they don't show you your friend because you make your friends. So So we become one family under IPOB. But the Nigerian government is not happy. They thought that when the rendition abduct our leader, now just like that man, that Yoruba military intelligence officer, what he said, he revealed, they attack the center of gravity of issues. So they believe they have brainstormed themselves. The think tanks, they have spoken that, look, what is the the center of gravity of IPOB? They say no. Igbo politicians are there to tell them, nah, I'm Igbo man. Maybe Rocha Sokorocha with it. Nah, me, I know Igbo people. I know my people now. Get Nnamdi Kanu and you see them highest 1 month, 2 months. Yeah, Koshasha. You get to him and start activate the sleeper cells so that you disorient everybody. IPOB money is independent. Now you see every of their action will cease. Any person anywhere in the world that hold any IPOB material, he will and so on the Igbo people will bring all this brand, let me tell you. And they say, okay, that's why we love you people. I see. Now Planet and rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they did. They did. You understand me? They did. And after the jam rock, they see that today we are even going stronger. That is why they are desperate. They are activating their criminal cells in Biafra land. Their criminal cells. The Nigerian government is activating them. Trying, okay, you people need freedom. Okay, let things be happening. They activate them, say, oh yeah, you people are fighting for Biafra. Oh yeah, just do as if you use Biafra to cover yourself. Be killing your people. Make money. Kidnap people. Kidnap people, make money. We will look at the other way around, no problem. And they were on rampage. But Chukwueke is catching them one after the other. What they want to do to IPOB is what they did in Masob. They use criminality to destroy it. Now they relegated Wazirike into hiring boys to politicians. Ngige didn't have police protection. Okay, meet a Masob leader, because that is the agreement that let me tell you one thing with the Nigerian government, with the caliphate. I said these people are politically powerful. I am telling you, naturally, the Fulani Caliphate, I admire them. Once they compromise you in what you are doing, they will not just tell you to stop, because if they tell you to stop immediately, to halt everything, no, they will make people will run away from you. Most of the people will run away from you. They will now start manipulating you, giving you the directions to go. Now we will leave you to have boys with arms, no problem, so that with them you make money. And from time to time you come to celebrate Biafra anniversary. You wear uniform, no problem. That is these are the small tips. After all, Asari Dokubo is their agent. When they compromise him, what happened? Did they tell him to stop? They continue empowering him so that people will still be with him. They control him. It's like that. You understand what I mean? Now, the government will be controlling him, giving him things he wants to do their dirty job. Oh, you need weapons, they give him weapons. They allow him to do some bunkerings, they give him pipeline contracts. These are, from there he will be having money and be paying people that are working for him. Anytime the politicians want, they use him to do one thing, and they relegate him to that level till he dies. That is what they wanted to do IPOB. But they see that the IPOB is not like any other. any other movement they have seen. No. Do you understand me? They want to turn, use criminality to damage the hearts of people against IPOB. Sit at home this. Have you ever had, even when our leader was there, have IPOB ever enforced to sit at home? The answer is no. Our people go with conviction. For your information, if you force our people to do something, they rebel because they are not convinced. They rebel against you. That is why our leader has to be talking morning, night, and people started dropping one like a little spring, dropping Tom. Now serious. Now let us watch him. He convinced us beyond reasonable doubt. He didn't start by forcing everybody. Oh yeah, you must do this. Oh yeah, no. If you do that, finish. It's gone. This is how our people are. Naturally, we are naturally. If you convince us as a people, if you convince us, people will join. When sit at home was started, never a time it was enforced. Never. Once it is announced on Radio Biafra, on different platforms, on Radio Biafra, that day everywhere will be under lock and keys, because people understand that, look, what this man, what IPOB is saying is truth, is okay, is the right thing to do. They do it voluntarily, to the extent at the first time the Nigerian government, the Nigerian press started wondering, say, my goodness me, what makes the Igbo man to leave his shop, close his shop, for IPOB sit at home? My goodness me. Nobody forced them. They did it voluntarily, and they continued. And that is how we are going to do on this 30th May. In Biafra land, everywhere will be under lock and keys. We remember our fallen heroes, those that died that we might live. That is how we roll. We don't bring out criminals to start shooting people, say, throwing people's hard-earned properties in the name of enforcing sit at home. Do you see the difference between us and the Nigerian agents? They want to force you to do something that you are not convinced about. We are Republicans in nature. That is why here, anything we preach, you take phone, you call when the lines are open. You might disagree on what I'm saying. Okay, say your own. Let healthy debates go on. Let superior arguments rule. Do you see how we roll? It's not by the force of gun. No. Let superior argument rule. Let it win. If you are talking, people are listening. If I'm talking, people are listening. That's it. That is how we roll. There is this news, the same, every time the same thing. Now they say government kill 9 residents, burn houses in fresh attacks on Kaduna community, Zango Kataf. Do you see now? They remove themselves. They are no more calling much bandits. Do you see how they are changing? From Fulani terrorists, headsmen, who they call headsmen, it was raining it all every time. Now the Fulani, now they started using words. Let me tell you, he who controls the press, printed pages, controls your mindset. Do you hear me clear? He who controls printed pages, the press, the media, controls people's mindset. Now they started calling them gunmen. Who is gunmen? You don't know them. No more Fulani terrorists. They finally removed Fulani, from Fulani headsmen, they enter bandits. Now they see that people understand now that bandits are Fulani terrorists. Now they are removing bandits little by little. They are now calling it gunmen. Gunmen. Do you see how they roll? Every Nigerian news now, gunmen kill, gunmen attack. When they say gunmen attack in Zamfara, killing 102, gunmen attack in Benue. No more. They have now removed it from the Fulani headsmen, Fulani bandits, which everybody know. Sheikh Gumi even confirmed. He said the bandits are Fulani. He saw them. He didn't lie. He said they are. He is a Fulani man. He said they are all Fulani. He saw them. He used to see them. They are his boys. Say they are all Fulani. He said, let's not lie about it. The bandits, they talk, is all Fulani. So now everybody know. Now they are shifting. Paradigm shift. They are going on gunmen. Now Channels Television, Arise Television, all these so-called media, Nigerian media, they will now start using gunmen. So that when armed robbers attack somebody in Shagamu, it is also gunmen. They will write, oh, gunmen attack and kill 2 people in Shagamu Express Road. These are terrorists. But the way, these are armed robbers, ordinary criminals. Now, when you read it as a foreigner or as a normal Nigerian, now you read the gunmen kill 9 residents, burn houses in fresh attack in Kaduna community, you refer them, they are the same thing. They are acting in Shagamu, acting in Zamfara, is gunmen. Oh, in Imo State, gunmen attacked somebody and took his phone. Maybe it's a pickpocketer. Gunmen attack. So you give them a collective name. Round them together, they are the same thing. After all, government are operating every part of Nigeria. Do you see what they are doing? When they change to bandits, I shouted it here. I've been saying it, saying no, these people, they are clever. They are clever. Choice of words, it matters a lot. Choice of words matters a lot in talking to public, in giving public what they do. Now people will read it and say, gunmen. Gunmen. Is it not the same gunmen that they attacked somebody in Bayelsa and took his phone in Bayelsa, in Yanagua? Is it not the same gunmen? It's gunmen there, so all are the same. The Fulani, they are sophisticated. Let me tell you, they are sophisticated in politics, in mind control. That's why Europeans fell in love with them. What I'm saying, if you don't agree with me, please, when line open, because sometimes some people say, no, it seems you are praising the Fulani. No, I'm not praising them, but I am giving them their due respect. They conquered the Hausas. One Fulani man, Ottoman Dan Fodio, with maybe 1 or 2 other people. He used mouth. Turn brothers against brothers. And you say that, they don't hammer here. Is that what you start so that I will use emotion and start saying, no, these are nothing? No. It's better you respect your enemy, you understand his strategy, so that you become more careful, prudent. You become more careful when you are preparing to face your enemy. That is what we do here. They are highly sophisticated politically. You understand? They are now using gunmen. What is up? In Kaduna, in Zamfara, Bauchi, they are slaughtering the indigenous people over there. But it doesn't make news as it's supposed to make. Do you understand me? Now they will say everywhere, no. But what I used to ask, all this Zamfara, Kaduna, they are killing Igbo people there. I could remember some time ago, one guy called from, is it Jos or Benue? He said they are slaughtering our people. But they will just write it that 9 people are killed. You don't know that these people are our people, Igbo people. But the people prefer to stay there. Oh, there is peace there, than going back to our home. Is it not a madness? Is it not madness? By force. I'm telling you. Because in here, Badaka. There are problems everywhere in the north. The terrorists are on the rampage, killing Biafrans as they want. And our people there are in fear. Perpetual fear. In Bauchi, in Sokoto, in Zamfara. But they are still there anyway. When they talk about is the way the Southeast, the way the Nigerian media, Chinese television will increase the volume of any crime. Hey, they increase it as if people are not living there. Oh, if you go there, they chop off your neck. Oh, criminality. Oh, this, everything full there. All these are their weapons of fighting us. Let me tell you, we are in a war. Zango Kataf, right from time. They are changing the demography of Kaduna. Kaduna South used to be a Christian majority place or state. But today the demography have changed. Our brother that used to broadcast with me from Nasarawa, he told me that, look, Nasarawa, they were Christian country, Christian state. But today, he said the whole emirs they put on top of them are all Fulani Muslims, or they are stooges. Do you see it? Even the governors. Do you see how they are changing? So they force people to, they give privileges if you convert to Islam. Now they give you privilege of work. So people are converting and they are changing demography. Do you see the reason why we talk about also this Christianity, which we will not stop talking about? Do you understand the reason? That is what I will call Christianity. I'm telling you honestly. They don't care for themselves. Everybody is interested in his individual blessing. Individual blessing. Oh, you don't know this man of God? Go to one man of God is in Abuja, he will solve your problem. They don't care about collectivity, collective problems. That is not their problem. They don't care about it. I will talk about it today anyway. For you to understand something, I will talk about it today. Therefore, let me just go direct to the topic of my submission today. Understanding freedom. Do you understand? Understanding freedom, that is the topic of my submission today. Because as I said, Africa has been turned into a nameless body of people. Everything in Africa, every of our daily lives depicts slavery, colonialism, everything, including religion. Colonialism is what it, slavery, colonialism, that is what it depicts. We under colonialism. Our government, if we are a president now, we take a oath. An African indigenous president, black African indigenous president, we take oath of office. Tinubu will take oath of office. He's a Muslim with Quran. Do you see it? Good luck, Jonah. An African president will take oath of office with Quran, Arabic, something that comes from Arab, or Bible, something that comes from Europe. And you think that you are believing that they are going to represent you. African tall. You cannot devise your own indigenous thing and say, okay, no, this book we don't, it's okay. Take out of office with this our indigenous. Bring let him take out of office. If I venture do away or loot money or don't serve the people, kill me. Let them take an oath like that. Bring a shrine from their village. Let them do the ritual as they used to do. Tell the president-elect, oh yeah, take an oath of office. I'm telling you, he will be straightforward. He will serve the people. When the Europeans call him and say, do this, do not, you see this country, do not build factories, so make sure that you destroy factories there so that we can sell our markets from Europe. He will tell them, but I took oath with our shrine. No, it doesn't, it doesn't joke. Oh. I beg, Samuel, now forgive me. If I do waiting on a talk, I go die. Direct, you know the joke. That is what killed Mbono Jike. Because he took oath with our own deity, our own shrine, indigenous shrine. Had it been, he go and say, okay, bring Bible now, let me swear. He will swear 100 Bibles. Now, nothing will happen to him. Do you understand? Nothing will happen to him. How I wish that it would have been Ojukwu, Azikiwe, that swore that oath, that they made to swear that oath, whether you took African Continental Bank money, whether you took money, he should have sworn the oath. You see how Britain destroyed our very brilliant people, how they destroyed them, killed them, different ways. You understand? So everything concerning us is it depicts colonialism. Any oath of office, whether governor, he will bring a Bible. In court of law, in our own land, he will bring Bible, or they will bring Quran if it is in the north, or I swear, because they know that it doesn't work. They will take oaths. After they will loot, they will kill, they will commit atrocities. Nothing happens to them. Can't you think? Why can't we do something in a different way so that we get different results? That is what we preach here. Now, as I said, understanding freedom. I will be brief, because if it's as I used to get counsel, if I stay long, there will be law of diminishing return in the mindset or in the brains of some of our people. So I don't need to clog it, even if I didn't finish it today, because there are many things to talk, honestly speaking. There are many things. Understanding freedom. Before engaging in a freedom fighting, you should understand the meaning of freedom. You know, these people, oh hey, Biafra. Many people they think that it's a fun. Nah, it's a fun. Nah, say I don't how to meet people, you know. They think it's a fun. No, it is not. That is why I say, before engaging in a freedom fighting, you should understand the meaning of freedom. Literally, the definition of freedom, literal definition says, it means, freedom means the power or right to act, speak, or think as you want. The power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants. Or another way, the state of not being imprisoned or enslaved. You understand? When you go, every prisoner, go to prison and ask every prisoner, what is your highest wish? He will not tell you, no, I want to ride the G-Wagon. I want to buy the highest house, mansion. No. He will tell you simple thing, Oga, only if I can get away from here, from this bondage, from this prison. Do you see that? He don't think in prison, he no more think about how he will be a billionaire, how he will be this and that. No. All that matters to him is freedom, because he lacks it. You understand? You need to understand freedom, what freedom means. That is why I call it understanding freedom. Now, every prisoner wants to obtain freedom at all costs. Now I give it to you. You know, last year, it's a year today, because it's in the month of May. You know, we don't forget. One Methodist prelate, Bishop Samuel Kanu. Have you forgotten? Go and ask him what freedom means. Go and ask him. He was kidnapped by the Fulani terrorists in Lagba. Okigwe axis. He was kidnapped. Within 24 hours, he coughed out 100 million naira in order to free himself. He didn't go to heaven. No. He didn't try to go to heaven. Mba. Because he wanted to be free. That is why I say, go and ask the Methodist Church prelate, Bishop Samuel Kanu. Ask him his experience when he was kidnapped last year in the month of May 2022. He paid 100 million naira under 24 hours in order to obtain freedom. That is, freedom is priceless. You cannot value it because there is nothing you can value. You cannot compare it with anything because it's number one. Without freedom, you cannot get anything. Without freedom, you are gone. Go and ask people in jails. Go and ask, well, God, what do you want me to do for you? Do you want me to do for you, build you big mansion in your village? He will tell you, no, that effort, that money or that effort, please let me get out from here. Let me be sleeping in a hut, no problem, but let me be a free man from jail. That is what he's going to tell you. It tells you what freedom means. Do you understand me? What freedom means. But if you have it, you don't understand. So I gave you an example. Go and ask the Methodist prelate, His Eminence Bishop Samuel Kanu. Go and ask him what made him to call and say, oh boy, no be joke, more on arrest 100 million naira immediately, and under 24 hours they contributed penny after. He said it after he came out. When Okezi Ikpeazu wanted to take glory, say, oh, the police rescued him. He said, no, Nigerian police, military, none of them did anything to beg. He said they are facilitating kidnappers, Fulani kidnappers. Now, let me ask you, where is Ebubago? Have they gotten all those people that did that thing? The answer is no. Did they parade them? The answer is no. It tells you all you need to know. Nigerians have forgotten that. Nigerians dead bodies have forgotten that, and we move on. Before you know, that time, election 2024, 2023, election fever carry everybody, and all those things are forgotten. Where is the justice? Do you catch any of them? No. Who are you to ask of that? The man said, he said, these people, these Fulani terrorists acting in Lokpa, they are acting with the Nigerian police and military together. He said it. He said where they carry them, look at the police checkpoints, military checkpoints everywhere near them. They don't care. They don't care. They go, they salute them, they talk, and they continue with their hostages. That is how bad it is. That is how bad it is. Any amount of money that he will never bring, an amount of money, this bishop, that he will never bring out to build any factory in his village. He brought it out. He made people cough it out because he wants freedom. Because he knows what freedom means. Without freedom, you are nothing. But if you tell people that we are under bondage, some people will not understand. They say, I am doing well now. Look at, I built my house. But we are slaves in Nigeria. We are slaves as a people in Nigeria. Everything you do, you have to beg for it. You have to, make sure in order to manage somebody so that you get privilege. We are living under privilege in Nigeria. Not as citizens, no. That is what we are, in a very big prison as a people. Even our politicians, they are worse. They compromise themselves in order to get to where they are, to get to their position, to be given what is a privilege. They are all being given privilege, not right. So that anything they will give you privilege, or you go and they make money, loot your states. Any allocation, we will not jail you, no, as long as you are serving us, no problem. They'll give you privilege, and with that privilege, these people will be bragging. You'll be thinking that they are human beings. We are all in the same sheet. Sorry for my Joseph word. Now, therefore, understanding the full meaning of freedom determines how you engage in fighting for it. Understanding the full meaning of freedom determines how you engage in fighting for it. When you think that freedom, we are freedom fighting, or freedom is, anyway, when you look at yourself, you say, well, after all, I'm not in prison. You can fly down to Murtala Mohammed Airport, meet you call your Alhaji that is helping you to remove your luggages. You call him, he will wait for you at the airport, or you send him some money in advance. He will settle road for you as an Igbo man, and when you enter, Alhaji will meet you. When you finish, you with privilege. They give you privilege, and you say, no, I'm free. What are these people talking about? I'm free. No, you are not free. You are a privileged slave. Any day they want, they will deal with you like others. Whereas when you come with an Hausa man, once you speak Rankadede, Aboki, finish, yeah, the whole luggage is go his way, no distance as a citizen. But you need to have contact. Alhaji will help you, and you have to pay. When if he come out, the way we sort you, see this army. This army, he have to pay through his ass. His brother will laugh. They will say, make them pay. So for you, you are a free man. No, you are a slave. You understand? You don't understand what freedom is. The freedom of Biafra we are looking for is not an ordinary illusional freedom or flag independence. This is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started by raising our mindset into questioning everything, including our ingrained religious ideology. Because we want freedom. We want the truth. When you want to know the truth, you start making investigation. Investigations is asking questions. Asking questions. When there is a crime, no person knows anything. Somebody was robbed in a place, in a road. What did the police, when they come, what did they do? They cordoned off the crime scene. They started collecting data that will help them to ask questions. They will ask people around. They will check whether there is camera. Do you see anything? That is asking questions. And what is the goal of those asking questions? To know really what transpired. That is to know the truth. Not to believe the truth, no. To know the truth. What really transpired. So that they will use it to build a case and make some arrests. Do you see it? That is investigation. That is what is going on today. When you see people talking the way they talk, is asking questions. When you see people like Matthias Ejiofor, sorry, talking the way he's talking, he's asking questions. We have to be asking questions all around 360 degrees. The questions they banned us from asking. When you ask questions before, they say no. You know, when we talk this, we are part of it. We are part of it. I was part of it. We did evangelism. They will tell you, no, don't answer foolish question. What do they call foolish question? Real questions, intelligent questions. But they block the mindset of people following Christianity, following that. They say, don't answer it. So to make you, that is what I've been seeing it. Even in this struggle, I've been monitoring. They seldom come on public debate because they block their mind. No, if you enter, you are sinning. By talking with this person, by debating, is a sin. That is why I completely support Mazi, our veteran, what he said. If you are in a leadership position in this struggle and you are highly religious extremist, we don't need you. I say we don't need you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say we don't want to restore a country, a Biafra, where idiots will be on top position. No, we don't need you. That is why Biafra is our religion. I continue saying it. Biafra remains our number one religion. If you can be influenced because somebody talk about one thing or the other against what you believe, which is foreign to our land, know that this struggle, you don't need to, all you need to do, come and join, stay in the floor, finish. if you will be influenced by we had it. Our late leader Ojukwu, he was influenced by Roman Catholic father. father. And God told me, these people, they always go and I hear from God. God always tell them. Once a Biafran here, God told me, he starts shaking. Oh, don't talk. God told him, the era of God told me has gone. That deception has gone. If you bring it, I tell you when. Give me time. I want to hear the voice, please. Didn't you record it? Record the voice and show and let me listen. Where God tell you, because they have deceived us with this. God told me, go and chop grass. People will go outside, stop eating grass. In the name of God told me. The freedom of Biafra we are looking for is not ordinary illusional freedom or flag independence. This is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started by raising our mindset in questioning everything, including our ingrained religious ideology. Asking questions makes one to reason deeply in order to obtain the right answer. I put on my timeline one American, he's an African American anyway. Go there, Jonas Raphael, you will see it. You will see him. He had been a pastor for, I don't know, since 80s or 90s. I've forgotten the date. Whether 30 something years till today. But today he come out to tell the population, he say he's sorry, have been deceiving people from that time he have been preaching in the pulpit till today. He found out that everything is lie, illusion, lie and lie. Go in my timeline, you will hear him talk by himself. Go. That is asking questions. That is why I say, do you see this awakening is going around the world? You cannot deceive a people for all the time. You can deceive some people for some time, according to Bob Marley, but you cannot deceive all the people all the time. The time is enough. We have social media that is awakening people, making people to reason. You understand me? When they tell you don't ask question, they are making you to be more stupid. That is what they relegated us into. No, don't any person that is asking you foolish question. What is foolish question? Now block him and go your way. That is why they don't engage in debate. And if you don't engage in debate, how do you make things right? Just tell me, okay, that thing you believe, that thing you say is pure ED. We have to take it like that. Tell me. I want people to tell me any country, advanced country or advancing country that is running mostly on foreign ideology, foreign religion. I've been asking this because I've taken time to calculate the whole countries. None. People that are miserable are people that lost who they are, following foreign religions. These are the countries, very miserable countries. If you go to Israel, see Philippines. It's a Catholic country. Just see how miserable. See Africa. Everything about Africa is foreign. Religion, foreign. Food, foreign. Everything, clothes, foreign. Household properties, foreign. Language, foreign. And you ask me, you start telling me, okay, we are going to progress. Is that what you're telling me? We need to change. If we continue like this, people that are controlling us are those foreigners that brought all these things to us. They are under control, in charge of everything. That is why they have to instigate wars, use Boko Haram in order to be stealing. They have to use, I will play that clip. I played it here, but another day, where Hamza Mustafa was saying it. 1 gram of californium is 27 point something million dollars. 1 gram, not kilogram. 1 gram. Do you know 1 gram? 1 gram can, even if they go, if somebody carry 1 kilogram of californium, it doesn't mean anything. You just put it inside pocket. You know that? The Europeans, ask yourself, why do they have NGOs everywhere? Save the Children, this in Borno, where war is going on every day, and they cannot, they cannot finish that Boko Haram war. Don't you ask yourself why? CNN with they are helping the children, they are feeding the children with me. They test their untested drugs with all these children in Borno, giving them cancers, giving them anything they want. Polio, everything. And they go and collect 1 kilo of californium that's supposed to be $2.7 billion. Now they will give them $100,000 in cash and $100,000 in arms. Hey, hangoria, that's not cheat in the chan. Oh, this infidels cheat, and they continue like that. We need to start thinking in another way. I'm telling you. Asking questions makes one reason deeply in order to obtain the right answers. Fighting for freedom is very expensive. It's very expensive. It is highly risky. It is a matter of life and death. Do you hear me? It is a matter of life and death. This is because our enslavement is highly beneficial to the slave masters. It is beneficial to them. Why do you think that transatlantic slavery lasted for 400 years, 4 centuries? Why do you think so? Do you know business that you do 400 years? Do you know what it means? It will gain you the whole world. Why? Because it's beneficial to them. So they ingrained it, they continued until people started fighting. Say no. In Haiti, they say no. We cannot continue living like farm animals. And do you know the worst part of it? It's not that this slavery, they bring slaves and they stop for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years and leave the ones that have there to born and multiply. No. As they are multiplying there in Europe, in Americas, in other parts of the world, I mean the slaves, they are every day they are loading more, just like loading cement. Every day ship will land. And they will load the new slaves and go back. Do you understand me? For 4 centuries. According to official world records, transatlantic slave trading lasted for 4 centuries, from 15th to 19th century. For your information, 400 years. Do you know what it means? Only our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started broadcasting, let me say officially, 2012. Although it started 2009, but officially 2012. How long now? Only 11 years. 11 years. People have been tired already. Now here for 11 years. Now freedom fighter and we can now go honestly. Chineke. Whereas ANC fought, do you know how many decades they fought? ANC, they fought apartheid for more than 3-4 decades. Do you know that? And they are not tired. But nothing is happening. Some people now say, so go some of us. Gossip. If you don't know what is happening, you continue remaining as a slave. That is it. Transatlantic slave trading lasted for 4 centuries, from 15th to 19th century. While trans-Saharan slave trade lasted for 17 centuries, from 652 to 1960. Common era. Do you know that? From 7th to 20th century. 17 centuries. Trans-Saharan slavery. Those that brought Islam. Those that, you know one funny thing. The same people that they wronged, they are going to Mecca to pray. They embrace the religion of their oppressors. The same thing to Christianity. We embrace the religion of our killers, the Romans, the Europeans. Is it not? Don't you see that there is something terribly wrong? I'm telling you, something is terribly wrong in our heads, and that is what we are trying to correct with this radio. That is it. In all these, have you asked yourself? There are two questions I want you to answer. I will answer them anyway, but you have to also answer on your own. Why are the victims of the two most horrible international and intercontinental acts of inhumanity to human remain the same people? That is black Africans. We are always the victims of trans-Saharan slave trading and the transatlantic slave trading to the Arab side, to Asia, to Europe and America. Why? Only one people. Why? Ask you, why? Also, you can answer your own way when the lines are open, which will be soonest. Now, in my own, I say all this because, okay, the answer to this is this. On my own view, there is an international conspiracy to keep the black Africans, who are the cradle of civilization, under perpetual check and control. That is under slavery, because if you're under check and control, you're under slavery, you're under colonization, perpetual one. In order for them to continue milking the richest continent of Africa forever, because Africa is the richest continent in the whole world. You know that in terms of natural resources. But what we lack is brain resources. That is what we lack. Not that we lack it, but because we're under slavery, we are not allowed to bring it out. Because any black African government, when I tell you that this so-called democracy they put in Africa is another ploy, colonialism, for your information. You used to hear on Cloud what plays on Radio Biafra. I have played it during my program several times. The revelation of this Yoruba man, the military intelligence officer, high-ranking military intelligence officer, who has killed for Nigeria. He has done everything for Nigeria to keep Nigeria going. He has done he's supposed to be under shadows, but because of the situation of things, he said no, he cannot keep quiet. Don't you hear where he is telling the audience in that interview that look, it took him and others some time to convince the American CIA that Buhari will be good, will do something for Nigeria, will serve a good president for Nigeria. You hear him say so? Now, why don't you ask yourself that place? Whenever I hear it, I will chuckle. I used to listen. When I read there, I say, oh, only if Nigerians are real human beings, they will pick this word. Now, why then do they tell you go and pick your PVC? If secretly they will convince international body like the CIA that okay, we are choosing this person. Okay, oh yeah, he will be the president. Why? Which means what they are telling you in media, in conversing in churches, in mosques, take your PVC is just a charade, just to pretend that oh, you are doing democracy. Have you not seen it? Have you not seen it? Have you not seen it in the past election that you are PVC nothing? Before they bring Tinubu, the powers, the international powers, they have picked him up. Our leader said it in 2014 that after Buhari it will be Tinubu. 2014 or 15 he said it 8 years ago, and today is like that. Don't you see that? So all this nonsense, PVC, it doesn't matter. The people that are choosing your presidents are America, Europe. They will do secret meetings and bring out the person and now finish. Whether you vote or you no vote, or they no concern them. That is why I say you see this democracy they put in Nigeria, in different parts of Africa. This European imposed so-called democracy is a cycle upon cycle upon cycle of deception. We go nowhere with it. They put any person they want into it in India. Do you understand? Check Thomas Sankara. He was not a Democrat. Thomas Sankara. 1983 to 1987. Only 4 years. He took power through the barrels of gun, although he didn't kill nobody. A young, vibrant man. He changed the status quo of Burkina Faso only in 4 years. 4 years. And the Europeans said, no, we cannot allow this man, or we will kill him. And they killed him. Do you hear me? Is he a Democrat? Look at Africa. Look at Libya. Look at Libya. Was he a Democrat? But why did Libya is the only country that have no debts, international debt. They have more than 100 and almost $200 billion reserve, which is un-African. And they said, no, this man, we need to eliminate him. Because they don't want somebody that will set a precedent in Africa. But will you understand that? Because he who controls what you are reading, both in Quran, in the Bible, in news you are hearing, he control your brain. They will not tell you all these things. You hear me? They control your brain. So they will not even want you to think in this way. If election time is coming, remember a few months back, everybody in Nigeria is like India, or when you are controlling your game with your mouse. Every Nigerian become wild as an animal. Hey, obedient. As if they are calling the shot. They just made them to believe that they are the people electing their leaders or their political elites. Whereas the people that are doing it are the background, watching you, controlling you. The man revealed it. He said they have to convince the American CIA to allow Buhari to be the president. If they can urge the CIA, American CIA, to do that, select one person, why then do you have to go to elections? Why then do they have to tell you, take your PVC? Don't you see that it is a charade? We want you to reason deeply, reason in a deeper way. All this is so-called, we are democracy. This country do election. That is rubbish. It's another neo-colonialist way of keeping you into continuous bondage. That is why we need freedom. Freedom to organize our own thing in a way that the Europeans don't understand. Do you understand me? Yeah, we organize our own thing in a way, our system, our natural system, that the Europeans don't even understand. So they cannot come to teach us. I said Thomas Sankara, it puzzled them. It surprised them. And they have to look for another African, his best friend, to kill him, to eliminate him. That is the curse on Africa. That is it. They will not go far. They will look for your best friend behind you or beside you to use it to kill you. Don't you see what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Don't you see people that he trusted in America? They betrayed him. You don't know that they are working on him, giving reports every day. You don't know that? You don't know that there are sleeper cells in IPOB. But they are just bringing out money given to them by their politicians, political masters. They do as if they are donating. They are donating to IPOB. That's why we must be careful. We should be highly careful. Freedom fighting is not a joke. It's a very serious business. Any mistake, you pay cash. You understand me? Any slightest mistake, error, you pay cash. Because enemies abound. That is it. So we must continue. Now, do not forget, I'm talking about understanding freedom. Now, as I asked, why are the victims of these two most horrible international and intercontinental acts of inhumanity to human remain the same people, black Africans? Because there is an international conspiracy to keep the black Africans, the cradle of civilization, under perpetual check and control. That is under slavery. perpetual slavery, to continue milking the richest continent of Africa forever. And also another question is this: why do the slave masters always convert their slaves to their own religions? Have you asked yourself that? Slaves, Arab slaves, black Arabs, black people taken as slaves, they are converted to Islam. There is one, one of the early converts of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, Bilal. He's called Bilal. He's a black person. He was a slave. The black slave. Anywhere black, he become master slave. He become a trademark. A black person, a slave. he became overzealous, calling for prayers for his masters. They converted him. Have you asked yourself, why do the slave masters always convert their slaves to their own religions, Islam and Christianity, lying to them about going to another imaginary better place called heaven? Have you asked yourself why? Why? And they will take it. The slaves take it, and it became their life, their modus operandi, their way of life. The answer is, it is to be able to control their mindset by giving them a fake sense of belonging. When you see a miserable Igbo woman or man who is an Anglican, when he will be watching the coronation of King Charles by an Anglican, what is his name, Wesley, or what is his name, Archbishop of Canterbury. Hey, he will be happy. Now, King of England, Anglican, they give you that fake sense of belonging. The only thing you gain is that feeling that, they kill you. Terrorists kill you, they don't care. Rome don't care about you. Even England wants you to be slaughtered. That's the worst crime of Christianity. I'm telling you. Had it been they are defending their fellow Christians, like in Nigeria, defending them thoroughly, we wouldn't have been having problem. But the worst part of it is this: they sold us, they took us, convert us into Christianity, but they now sold us into another religion, and they slaughtered us. They killed us in the Biafra war of revolution, and they supported them to kill us, our so-called fellow Christians. Come on, let me tell you, I've said this before. In Guinea Conakry, the Futajelon, you see, that is a Fulani. They entered there just like headsmen as usual. They saw the good scenery, grasses everywhere, bush. Please, can you help us? We are just passing. Let us sleep here for the night so that our cattle will graze. Being good people. You people are what? Are Muslims. The Jalonkes, they were Muslims even before the Fulani came to them. They were Muslims, but not that jihadist Muslim. Because let me tell you, Islamic jihadism came into West Africa by the Fulanis. Go and make researches. Before Islam mingled with indigenous religion and other, no problem. No person even have that consciousness. It's the Fulani that brought this Islamic consciousness in West Africa. Do you understand that? This is a historical fact. So when they stay in with the Jalonkes, the following day, on an go say, no, here they're good, make we stay small. They say, okay, go to that place, build your hut, no problem. That old build your hut, land break it now, so that as you people are Muslims, we can manage together. Anytime you want, you come, after you go, no problem. They say, okay. Before you know, they send messages to Senegambia to bring their hardcore jihadists. Now, before the Jalonkes will say hi, they found themselves being attacked in their villages by the Fulani jihadists. to take over the land. People that brought them with cool-mindedness. People that brought them together and say, stay in my house. Now after they want to pursue them. Now, do you know what? The Jalonke started fighting. After everything, the Jalonke said, no, but these people are Muslims like us. Many of us are Muslims. Why are they killing us? Why did we do wrong? They thought like human beings. They said, no. If a Muslim can do this to his fellow Muslim, now there is no need of this Islam in our land. They call Gele, say, we have to massively renounce Islam. They renounce it. As a people, not as individual. Everybody, from today, we are no more Muslims. Because we cannot understand the rationale behind our fellow Muslims that come from far place. We harbor them after they started killing or fighting against us. They massively renounced Islam at that time. Today in Guinea, many of these Jalonkes are not Muslims till today. Do you hear me? There's a time I wrote in our timeline that, do you know, when you think about what Christianity have done in our lives, in the life of Igbos, Biafrans, we should renounce. It's a political issue. We should renounce. I give it as an opinion. We should renounce Christianity massively. As a people, say, owing to this, what Britain did to us, what Rome did to us, they didn't help us to fight as their Christian brethren. They didn't help us to fight others that are not Christians, Mohammedans that are killing us. Owing to this, we renounce Christianity. The people did it. And that is why today in Guinea, let me tell you, they never give power to the Fulani. They made it a law among themselves. The Jalonkes, all the indigenous people, they are different groups, but they join together. These are, when I look at Nigerians, I say no, but Nigeria is another case study. It's something else. The Fulani, only less than 2% of Nigerian population is killing, slaughtering, massacring 98 point something percent of indigenous people, and all of them are crying. When they kill East, they cry. As they are killing in the East, they are killing in the West. They are crying, lamenting. They are still asking the same Fulani government to come and help them. I say no, there is something wrong. I'm telling you, today it baffles me. In Zamfara, indigenous people there are crying, they are being wiped off. In Kaduna, the same thing. Borno, the same thing. In Plateau, the same thing. In Jos, they are killing them every day. All they know is carrying corpses and dumping it in governors of lamenting. Naked. In Nasarawa, the same thing. In Sokoto, the same thing. In Enugu, in Taraba, the same. In Yoruba land, all the same thing. In Abuja, they are doing. Niger State, the same thing. They are killing indigenous people everywhere in Nigeria, including even in Biafra land. But we are raising awareness and say, look, we shouldn't stay like this, and one set of people are killing all of us, and we are sitting like sitting ducks, crying and lamenting, asking the same set of people to come and save us. Why can't we join hands, join ranks as a people, indigenous people, what the Jalonkes did, and now fight these people, remove differences in our land? No. Ikwurema will say, no, I'm not Igbo. That is his utmost concern. An Igbo man will deny him, say, no, I'm not Igbo. Why? But they are killing all of us. No. It doesn't. Let Fulani kill everybody. But I'm not Igbo. Oh, this Biafra thing. Oh, somebody from Plateau will say, Igbo. Hey, this Igbo. They are domineering. But the others that are killing Igbos are killing you. Let us join hands together in order for. No. Igbos are domineering. No, instead, Fulani, they will be killing us every day. No problem. And you see that there is something terribly wrong. There is something terribly wrong in our brain. That is what we are trying to change. Do you understand me? Okay, we must continue. In no distant time, I will open the lines because I will not finish it up today, honestly. Okay. As I ask the question, why not ask yourself, why do the slave masters always convert their slaves to their own religions, Islam and Christianity, lying to them about going to another imaginary better place called heaven? Now, I said it is to be able to control their mindset, their psyche, by giving them a fake sense of belonging, number one, to put them in a perpetual situation of Stockholm syndrome. You know, Stockholm syndrome is a psychological condition of a victim who identifies with and empathizes with their captor or abuser. That is what they turned us into. That is why you see an Igbo man fighting for Jesus Christ. An Igbo man, hey, well, get in now. But they use this thing to slaughter us. They destroyed us. They turned us against ourselves, against even our environment. They go to every church. Your problem. You see that river. I was watching on social media. I don't know whether to cry or to do what. I will pray for you. One person called. You are from Nigeria. Okay. The video. They are showing on video. They are showing the face. I'm living in London. The man was telling him, there is one river in your place. Yes, there is a river in my village. Is the source of your problem. Oh, a river that azoge. Many ain't gonna rise for what I know now. Oh, rash no giddy. Keji some matter. Ameze or ya one yen again the cast in all your source of your problem. Do you see how they turned us again? How they made us to be useless? Oh, the river in your place. You see that tree in your marketplace, a tree that was there before your great-grandfather was born, a tree that was protecting, a tree with, oh God, they tell you, they manipulate you into going to cottage. Oh, it's the source of your problem. Are you not crazy? Do you think you are really a human being? You are lower animal. Do you understand me? They turned us against, including our ancestors, against our ancestors, that they are the source of our problems. This is evil. We need to face this evil squarely without fear of evil. Because when you check at it, it is evil. I'm telling you. I don't blame those that are manipulating us. I don't blame them because we're in a world of exploitation. We're in a world where if you fall mugu, gaima and chop, gaima and whack. So you don't blame, but I blame the mentality of not questioning this even earlier. Oh, we believe this. Oh, our ancestors are bad. Oh, the spirit of ancestor, I curse you. Are you kidding me? Are you just kidding me, for goodness sake? They turn you against your own, the people that made you to be alive. In the next 200 years, I will be an ancestor. So you will be. Imagine that the generation that time will be turning against you, that you are evil. Oh, why? They kill twins. They do this. They'll continue manufacturing lies. So things that, okay. Anything that happened that time, do you know? Let me tell you. Human sacrifice has been prevalent. Even in Europe, they sacrifice human being more. Do you know that? They killed. Okay. As of that time, that was the mentality. That anything they kill in order to sacrifice to the gods. Anyhow you call it. After all, Abraham did it. When they tell Abraham, you are reading in the Bible, aren't you? Go and sacrifice your son. You call it, you praise it. Don't you know that? Do you think that it was a strange thing that time? It was something common. That's the reason why it was being told to him, go and sacrifice your son. Because it was a common practice that time. But you praise it. Oh, you call God of Abraham, don't you? Let us be logical. Because nature gives us brain to reason so that we can be logical. That is the reason. That is the only thing. Because without logic, you cannot. This microphone I'm using will not be manufactured. Because it works with logic. Do you understand me? Waves going, sending waves through one component to satellite, and these are logic. Something is not something belief, it is something logical. So let us try to ask ourselves questions. Why all this? Why do we have to defend our killers' religions? Embrace and defend it with all our lives. Why? Why? It's a psychological condition. They turn us into a Stockholm syndrome, so that we now love our captors. We now refer to them as our redeemers. Oh, when you they brought education. Let me ask, if Europeans really brought all these things, what do you mean by education? That is number one. Because we have been, our ancestors before the white people, they were living not as individuals but as organized set of people. They had kings. When the Europeans first entered Africa, the Portuguese, they met African kings. Oh, Chineke, I don't know why people cannot reason again. I don't know. They met African kings. The same way when they went to Japan, they met the Japanese kings, which means these people have been having education. They were having education existing together, because without education, you cannot be living as a people. How is it Europe that European that brought light, fire to them? Is it European that told them how to build their huts that time, or their buildings? Is it the Europeans? The same way so when they went to the Portuguese went to Japan and they met their kings. So they saw that these people have been organized. So people that are organized, they had education. They have a way of doing things. They have their judiciary. They know that if somebody did something wrong, now they will summon them to, for justice to take place. That is organization. It's education. They are not animals. People that are telling us that, they brought education, which means we are living like jackals. We cannot even cook our own food. Now the Europeans brought it for us to teach us how to light a fire and to start cooking. That's what, it's an insult. Very big insult. I'm telling you. The Europeans that killed, slaughtered us, massacred the young children, use young children in order to feed the crocodiles. Now they become angels. Oh, sometimes I become depressed. Sometimes I want to block my mind and say, why am I thinking all this? Why am I seeing all these things? Why can't I live normal life? Why? Because it makes me depressed. You will see somebody educated or so-called educated, defending the indefensible. I cannot, for the goodness me, I cannot understand. Insulting part of us. Our ancestors we bear 33% of their chromosomes, for goodness sake. Without them, we cannot be alive. They were organized and they had education, and that is why they were able to bear children that bear children unto us. Otherwise, they would have died of diseases if they have no doctors, if they have no way of healing. They would have died off. You understand? They would have died, out of existence. They have been extinct. But they organized themselves, had their own. Now foreigners came and massacred them. Any person, any king that didn't agree with him, they fought. And there is one woman, he say every African leader, real African leader that didn't agree with the Europeans, the head is in the jars of European museum somewhere in Europe. And it's true till today, preserved with chemical. It's true. They came, they conquered us, and now they injected poison into us, and we started suffering from Stockholm syndrome, embracing our killer's religion, embracing it, defending it with our, even to the extent some people will be ready to relinquish freedom for their belief. You know what belief means? Do you know what belief means? Lack of knowledge. That you believe because that is lack of knowledge. Because you don't know that is anyway. I believe it. I don't know, but I believe it. That is what it means. Belief, something that was concocted, something that was written by somebody in order to manipulate, and you believe, and there you go. You start defending it. It is very bad. As adherents of our Arab and European abusers' religions, we are positioned and manipulated to see them as our redeemers, instead of seeing them as horrible killers they are. Why are you going to Mecca to pray? Every year, now I think is a time of going to Mecca. Do you know how many billions it will cost Nigerian government? Do you know? No, you don't know. All those money are to go and worship the God of our slave masters in their own land. Their God that is working for them. When will you have your own God? When will you revert back to your own God? No, you will not, because you are helpless. You are senseless. We are trying to put sense into you. That is it. So do not forget also that we are on live on Facebook, Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE on Facebook, on IPOB Rapture Media, Biafra Digest, all of them. We are broadcasting live. Let me continue in order to conclude. People that truly understand the meaning of freedom always stake their lives to fight for it. Do you understand me? Referencing historical facts, there were 3 major Jewish freedom fighters' revolts against the Roman occupiers of Jerusalem. Our people, they standardize on what the Bible says. I urge you to read history, to study history, not reading anyway, study, so that you know more. There were many Jewish revolts against the Roman occupation, right from even before Christ. You understand me? Now, out of those many, the most notable are 3 of them. They call them the first Jewish Roman War, 66 to 73 Common Era. 66 to 73 Common Era. The first Jewish Roman War. Do you see? Let me tell you. The Roman Empire met in the Jews, a type of people that they never meet any other place in the world. Do you understand me? They are highly attached to their traditional religion. That is their tradition. That they are ready to go to war, to die, to maintain their tradition. Do you understand? That is the cause, the main cause of the problems. So, they saw in these people what they never see in any other race in the world. The same way Britain is seen in us, Biafrans, in Igbo, what they are not seen in any other place, that we are rebellious. That is why they helped the caliphate in order to exterminate us, and they couldn't do it. They did it to the Jews. They did it to the Jews. Let me tell you, studying history, if we go little detail, you will hear things that you will see things that you marvel. Do you understand me? The first Jewish Roman War, 66 to 73 CE. Do you understand? It was the first 3 major rebellions by the Jews against the Roman Empire, fought in Roman-controlled Judea, resulting in the destruction of Jewish towns, the displacement of its people, and the appropriation of land for Roman military use, as well as the destruction of the Jewish temple and the polity. A little people, but they are mighty, that are challenging the almighty world power at that time. That is what Britain think that we are doing. That Nnamdi, these Igbo people, you people, you understand me? Because they never say die. They never say die. What it started? This first war started with its religious tension. They protect their tradition. They don't buy to your destiny anyhow. This is what the Romans saw. Let me tell you, and they started Christianity. If I'm saying this, I don't know why, whether people are making researches. So I want people to be digesting what I'm saying, please. You understand me? The first Roman war, I mean Jewish Roman wars. Now they have the second one and the third one. Do you understand? The third one, this wars because of their religious tension. Now this man, there is one man, one Jewish man. They call him Bar Kokhba. Kokhba. They call it Bar Kokhba revolt. That was the third, 132 to 136 CE. There is something I want to explain there. This man, do you know that this man, many Jews, they took him as the Messiah, as the Christ. Do you know that? They took him as the Christ. No, you don't know. It's only few people that take this one, you call Jesus as Christ. No. And let me tell you what happened. This man revolted. Although because he fought for 30 months. He became the Jewish the president or king for 30 months. Exactly like 30 months of Biafra war. 30 months. 2.5 years. Before they executed him. They ran over him because he became the king of Judea that time. No go area. Any Roman army that came, he crushed them until they overwhelmed him. After 2 years and 6 months. Do you understand me? They call him a Messiah. Do you understand? Now, you know what started this? The Bar Kokhba revolt was a major rebellion by the Jews of Judea province and the Eastern Mediterranean against the Roman Empire, and the last of the Jews-Roman wars. The establishment of the listen here. The establishment of the pagan city of Aelia Capitolina in Jerusalem. Do you know the people that they call the Palestine today is the Roman Empire, the Romans. They use Europeans, they always want to quench anywhere they see light, they try to quench it. This name Palestine, it came from Philistine. Philistines you are reading in the Bible. The arch enemies of the Jews. You understand? The indigenous people there. Now the Romans come and promoted it and called it Palestine. You know what they did? We are in the city, ruined the city which they have destroyed, the city of the temple of Jerusalem. After destroying it, now they called it, the Romans took over the land and erected their god. That is what they call the real pagans you are hearing today. The real pagans are the Europeans. Do you know that? The real pagans are the Europeans. Forget that they turn the paganism into Christianity. That is what I'm telling you is a historical fact. What he said the establishment of pagan city of Aelia Capitolina in Jerusalem by the Emperor Hadrian is most likely what sparked the uprising. Do you understand? The Jews of Judea spent a long time preparing for this rebellion in secrecy, carving out hundreds of underground hideouts or hideout systems beyond their settlements. You understand? Simon Bar Kokhba, that is the full name of this man, the person, the leader of this revolt. Simon Bar Kokhba was acclaimed as a Messiah, a heroic figure who could restore Israel. The revolt established an independent state of Israel over parts of Judea for more than 2 years. Do you see it? Now, let me tell you. The rebels' eventual failure was a catastrophe due to the brutal suppression of the revolt, which resulted in a huge number of people being killed or captured. Judea's rural countryside was devastated and depopulated. Judea was no longer the focus of Jewish life, and the province name was changed to Syria Palestina. Okay. The Romans barred the Jews from Jerusalem. They barred them from Jerusalem, except to attend their annual Tisha B'Av. That is a celebration of, like as we remember our heroes on 30th of May. Let me give just very simple meaning. A day they remember the disasters that befall the Jews. That is what is called the Tisha B'Av. You understand? Now, listen here. Although Jewish Christians held Jesus as the Messiah and did not support Bar Kokhba, they were nonetheless barred from Jerusalem with the rest of the Jews. Oh, Chineke, I don't know. I want him to put here. Bikono. I don't know. Onye my hega water. I'm telling you. Do you know what happened? When this man was rising up fighting physical war against to liberate Jerusalem, to liberate the Jews, because that was the first century of when the apostles. That time it was not a separate religion. Listen to me. Make your researches. There was Christianity, as you can call it. It was a sect in Judaism. A sect, just like you have rabbinic Judaism. It's just a sect. It's not differentiated. It's not a separate religion. It's the Romans that played the pranks. They played the politics in it. And I want to explain to you, just for listen attentively. When these people were fighting, led by this man they call Simon Bar Kokhba. Simon Bar Kokhba. He was physically fighting to liberate. These early apostles said, no, the weapons of our warfare is not carnal, but mighty through God. Listen. Now, they remove themselves from the other Jews that are fighting hard in order to liberate their country from the Roman, slavery. Because they understand what freedom is. Do you know that there are few brothers that we are Christians? They say, no, we cannot kill. Thou shalt not, we cannot kill. If they slap you this side, turn the other side. They did not join their brothers to fight. And when they finally crushed these people, they didn't pity even those so-called Christian Jews. They barred them from going to Jerusalem to pray. All of them, because they used to pray together in synagogues, everything, but the Christians. But when the physical fight came, when revolt came, the Christians said, no, we are not fighting, no, we pray. So they will enter into house and start praying. So now what happened? The Roman Empire saw that these people, they are Jews, but they are not engaged in fighting against them. So they say, okay, we have to officialize their sects. We have to maintain it, officialize it into a mainstream, another religion itself. They want to set trap and blackmail the Jews and say, okay, now, when your enemies see a small crack between you and your brother in any way, it's politics. They will expand it and turn it into a gully. I don't know. I'm people and I don't know how to express this thing. These people, instead of following their own kith and kin to join to fight for physical liberation, they engage in prayer. They say, no, our type of Judaism, we need to pray, only pray, so we cannot fight. They avoided this Simon Bar Kokhba group. These are historical facts. Now, the Romans, when they saw that, oh, these people, this set of Jews, their own ideology is different too. They are not giving us wahala as occupiers, as the colonizers. Now we are going to officialize everything and now use them in order to quell this Judaism. That is when they started contemplating on turning Christianity into a separate religion, into a state Roman state religion. Do you see it? Do you see that the Romans, they formed Christianity? Go and make your researches, please. It didn't come from Israelis or Jews. No, no, no. Because Christianity was never a separate religion originally from Judaism. It is just another sect. Just like you have in Christianity, you have Anglican, you have a Catholic, you have a Pentecost. The same thing. But the Romans saw that these people, they can, they are how just pray. It's very easy for us. So what they are going to do, they started contemplating, say, how can we use this their ideal? Because these Jews, they are very rebellious. What they are suffering in the hands of the Jews, other people, they never see it in any other place they have conquered. You know, remember that the Jews, the Roman Empire at that time was the world power. They own everywhere, including England. Because England fought for their liberation and got liberated in 410 to 400, between 410 to 412 AD. Do you know that? So, now Roman Empire went into work. They started carving out both scripts in order to add to what these people, in order to corrupt the Judaism, corrupt it and bring it out as their state religion. Separate it now from Judaism. Do you see it? That is where they now tell you they manufacture everything. The virgin birth, the Council of Nicaea took place. Now started putting New Testament, they promoted the write-ups of these early apostles that didn't fight them. Remember, this war was going on during the time of the apostles. 66 AD. Apostle Peter was still alive that time. For your information, all the apostles, most of the apostles there were still alive. So they say, no, we cannot fight. Physical warfare. No. Now the war have turned the spiritual. So we need to just enter into and lock our room and start praying. The letters they wrote to their members, to their fellow that is the letter you are seeing. The letter of Paul to the Galatians. The letter of Paul to Rome. Now the Roman Empire intercepted all these books, compiled it in order to put it as a standard to make people more stupid. Oh, Chineke kwena ihe ọjọọ. I will expatiate this another time, please. I don't have time. I will expatiate it because there are things to expatiate in this, so that our people will understand that the solution we have is local. The solution to our problem is local. It will come from us, not from foreigners. Never. Until you start thinking in another way, saying, we have been duped too. Now, why this? Why that? Why did? Start asking questions. Start connecting 1 + 1 + 2 + 1. Until you start that, you will continue behaving in a mumuish way. The Biafra we are trying to restore is not like ordinary country, ordinary African country. It is a revolutionary Biafra. That is what I'm saying. I have been saying it here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been saying it, that we don't want to restore a country. Now they don't come again on another country, another stupid, foolish, a land of the fools, where people we think that knowing how to speak grammar is education. Do you know what the education you say they brought to us in our land? The English. After all, you can see videos, old videos of early 20th century, 1905, 1906, 1914, when the Europeans, the colonial masters, they will gather our people. You know, our people are eager to learn Newton, to start teaching them ABCD. You know, teaching them English alphabets. That is the origin of using English alphabet to speak to spell Igbo language. It was not like this before. So they started giving us their own type of education. It's not that they gave us education because we had our education, but it is their own type of education. Setting a standard. Do you know the standard they set for us? Now, when they teach you English language, A, B, C, D, their alphabets, everything, after they put tests or exam for you, if you pass, if you get it well, speak very well, you become intelligent. You are intelligent. Do you see that? But are you really intelligent? Somebody that speaks language, does it make you intelligent? No, it doesn't. But that is a standard of education which they put for us. And from that time, they continue using it on every one of us, scrapping our own alphabets, our Nshibidi, which we have been using to write, to communicate, scrapping it completely. And they turned us they manipulated us in order to hate everything about us, about ourselves. How can you fight your shadow now? Just turn around wherever you are. Look at your shadow. Start fighting with your shadow. People will be watching you and say, you are this man, you are crazy. Now you are mad now. That is the way they are looking at us from outside, as we are fighting our shadow, our ancestors. Do you see it? There is a very mischievous manipulation in this religion. I'm telling you honestly. If you need to study it with open mind, not with sentiment, in order to understand some things that you should understand. And that is why when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying it, I see the pain, because he wants people to understand things the way he sees it, the way the way it should be. The manipulation is too much. Do you understand me? So we must continue. I think I will stop here. I will continue another day, please. Otherwise, if I continue, I still have many things. I'm telling you, many things. So I will stop here on this first Jewish-Roman war of 66 to 73 AD. Stop, limiting yourself to only reading the Bible. Study history. Study. You have even Google. You have different books. Study history, and you will start on the. When you read things, you will use your brain. You start understanding issues. The Roman Empire played a very fast game, and still the Jews, when they isolated these people and make Christianity a state religion, isolating it from Judaism, in order also to isolate the hardcore Jewish people. The Jews, they say, no, this thing you do, this abracadabra will not lure us into mingling with, because they erected the image of Roman Jupiter, Roman god they call Jupiter, in the city, in the center of the temple. Because they destroyed the temple, the temple of Solomon in Jerusalem. Now the Roman king, the Roman emperor, erected a big statue of Jupiter there. They called that place Alie Catapolina. Do you know the reason why they changed the name? So that when you study history, tell you they change it so that the Jews will not claim that place again as their land. All these things are the source of the problems you are hearing in Palestine, Israel till today. Till today. The same thing they did to us. They remove bite of Biafra. Erase our names anywhere. Changing map information, original map information, but they left the Gulf of Guinea, change it with a bite of Benin, but remove bite of Biafra. When you talk, they say no, Biafra have died. Do you see the same thing they did to the Israelis? Exactly the same thing. The Romans, they did it exactly the same thing, thinking that erasing the name, calling it Philistia, that is Palestinian, we make them forget about who they are forever. But these people, they say no, they are stubborn like us, and we continue until we get what we want. Today they maintain that original name, Israel. You see that? Some people quarreled with Ben Gurion, one of the founding fathers of the modern Israel. Say, why are you insisting on this name, Israel? It will make people hate you. Say, what proof? No, leave this thing. When we get when we restore our land, now we use another name, restore it after. Now once we get independence, now we can change our name anytime. And answer is, he said no. The only way is the hard way. In the United Nations, when they proclaimed in 1948, in the United Nations Security Council, they asked him, he made statement, he said, now this is Republic of Israel. They asked him, what proof do you have for Israel? He brought out the Torah. He raised it up. David Ben Gurion. He brought out the Torah. He said, look at it. My proof is here. And that's it. The only way is the hard way. If you don't understand what freedom is, you will not be a hardcore in fighting freedom for freedom. You will be pursuing money. You will be pursuing fame. You will be pursuing like some people talk in Radio Biafra so that they become famous. That is rubbish, nonsense. If you understand what freedom is, you will contribute your quota in order to make sure that not being on the sideline. I was watching one of our brothers' platform. Somebody called, started blaming said the DOS, they are not doing it good. They shouldn't, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, if I'm not there, I'll burn Jew down. Our brother asked him, say, but you are not a member. You are not a member of IPOB. Have you gone meeting before? He said no. You don't contribute. He start lying. He said, if you don't contribute, but you want heaven to DOS to bring heaven to fall with their finger now. The freedom fighting, because these people, they don't understand the meaning of freedom. If you understand the meaning of freedom, you will throw your efforts, every of your efforts, in order to make sure that freedom is achieved. Because without freedom, life is useless. You understand? This is where I'm going to stop. I'm going to go into a few minutes break. I will continue this another day, please. I will continue it another day because it has part 2. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, the lines will be opened, and you can call me. Please feel free to dispute me. Please feel free to have contrary opinion. This is just like our parliament, please. No person will beat you or disgrace you. No. All we are asking for is superior argument. We learn from each other. We go into a few minutes break so that when we come back, the lines will be opened. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
You want to know, Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home.
Alert! Alert! Alert for all Biafrans and all members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, lovers of freedom all over the world. We shall be calling and tweeting to the world leadership and governments The Biafra Worldwide phone call and Twitter campaign alert is on from the 20th of April to 12th of May 2023. As we are in this Twitter and phone call campaign, endeavor to participate. Listen carefully for the phone call and tweeting updates. U.S. Government, United Nations Office at New York. The time to call is 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Biafra time. To call and tweet to the White House, Washington, D.C. Telephone number +120-2456-1111. Twitter handle @White House or @POTUS. For the United States Senate, number +120-222-43121. Twitter handle @SenateFloor or @CSPAN. For the U.S. Congress, direct number +120-222-54361. Twitter handle @congress.gov. United Nations at New York, number +121-2963-1234. Twitter handle @UN. Tweeting to the People's Republic of China, Foreign Affairs. The time to call is from 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. Biafra time. Telephone number +86-1065-96-111. Twitter handle @Foreign Chinese or @MFA-China or @spokesperson CHN. Tweeting to the African Union, AU, European Union, EU, Russian Federation, the UK, United Nations Office at Geneva. The time to call is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Biafra time. For AU, the African Union, and Ethiopia, the telephone number is +25-111-55-17700. The Twitter handle @African Union. For European Union, telephone number 800-678-91011 or +3222-999-696. Twitter handle @EU-Commission. For Russian Federation Foreign Minister, phone number +7499-244-1609. Twitter handle @MFA-Russia. The United Nations at Geneva, number to call +121-296-31234. Twitter handle @UN Geneva. United Kingdom Parliament, the numbers to call are +442072193000 or +442072195437 or +441609765330. The Twitter handles are @UK Parliament or @House of Commons or @UK House of Lords or @Rishi Sunak. Remember, the call and tweet of one person is the call and tweet of everybody. Information coming to you from the IPOB State Media Worldwide. Under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ututuronu.
Biafranos y amantes de la libertad. ¿Habéis escuchado de la campaña mundial de llamadas y Twitter de Biafra? Créanme, se están haciendo más daño ustedes mismos al no participar en esta campaña. Porque no hay otra manera de que el mundo sepa de tus momentos. Si tú no dices, aquí estoy, nadie va a decir, ahí estás. Únete a esta campaña que comenzó el 20 de abril del 2023, inmediatamente, antes de que culmine el 12 de mayo del 2023. Sigue este formato e indicaciones para alcanzar el mundo. Por favor, sé cortés cuando llames y haz uso de las siguientes indicaciones. 1. Hola, mi nombre es. 2. Estoy llamando para informarle de la extensa conspiración, propaganda y mentiras que están siendo propagadas en contra de los indígenas de Biafra, quienes son víctimas así como sobrevivientes de genocidio. 3. Biafranos y amantes de la libertad. Esta es la información que tienes que pasar al mundo. 1. El gobierno nigeriano debe obedecer la orden de la Corte y poner en libertad y absolver al señor Nnamdi Kanu incondicionalmente de todas las alegaciones hechas en su contra frente a la Corte de Apelación de Nigeria. 2. La salud del señor Nnamdi Kanu se está deteriorando y él está bajo severa tortura física y mental en confinamiento solitario. La adecuada atención médica le ha sido negada. Él necesita urgentemente tratamiento médico. El deterioramiento de su salud en el calabozo DFS se cree que es el resultado de envenenamiento por el gobierno nigeriano. Urgimos al Comité Internacional
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. What I'm playing to you is this awareness campaign, but translated in Spanish, please, so that people will be hearing it also. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you. Today is the 13th day of May 2023. Do not forget that on the 30th May in Biafra land there will be total sit at home. Therefore, we must continue. Our lines are now open. Many people are calling. You can also call on what do you call it? Signal. People are calling only mostly on WhatsApp. You can call on Signal also. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line, the same WhatsApp and Signal line, the same number is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have callers. I have a caller already on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? You are the first caller, Mazi.
I can hear you.
Welcome to the program.
Yes.
Please go on.
Thank you very much, Mazi.
There we
my name is Mazi Joe Agassi, the deputy coordinator in Regensburg in Germany. Mazi, this topic that you brought out this evening, it's like how do I put it? It's like 1 cent out of 100 or €1. Mazi, you understand what I'm trying to say? 1 cent out of €1. By the time our people will understand up to €1, they will now look at themselves and tell themselves that so we have been fooled all this long. Because Mazi, imagine 30 million Igbo out of 70 million denounce and renounce Christianity in a day, in just 1 day. The world will shake.
Mazi, do you know one thing? You see, individuals will be against it. You know, they say, no, how can Jesus did this thing for me. We are not talking about your personal interests. What they did to us as a people. It's a political statement. That is one thing I want people to understand. It is doable. The world will shake. God,
okay, Mazi, that is the reason why I said it was just 1 cent. Just 1 cent you dropped this evening. The people that ask them will start asking themselves, what is Mazi talking about? Let me go and check it out. Let me go and Google. Let me go to Wikipedia. Let me go to any site where I can read it to even gain more knowledge. Mazi, you see what you started this evening? To me, it's like an historical class for people that want freedom. Freedom is not given. It is fighting for freedom is difficult. You take it by force from your enemies that wants to kill you. The Fulanis and the British, they don't mean any good for Igbo. They should realize now, all of them that are attending Anglican, Catholic Church, and all this mushroom Pentecostal church, that they cannot think of the future ahead for their children. What are they laying? What foundation are they laying on for their children? The kind of life that they live, they want their own children to live it also. A life of lies. Everything about Christianity is pure lie. The way it started, it was a political gimmick to thrust the Jewish people out into Christians. Yes, some of them left their Jewish whatever. They became Christians. From there, they started taking Christians all over the place. Even our people don't even know that the Crusaders that were fighting for Jerusalem, they were going there to kill the indigenous. They were not even fighting the Muslims. They were killing the indigenous of the original Jerusalem. The former president of Egypt told the Israelites that the Israelites that left here were black. How can you come back white? Because they know the people that left there. Mazi, see, if our people wants to learn history, it's like I think what you started today, you can now start from there. Part 1, part 2, part 3. Let our people start understanding that the Bible is not an historical book. It was just a fable book written by the Romans and the British people to use it to colonize our African brothers. Mazi, in this Africa now, there's this reawakening. People all over Africa, Ghana,
is going everywhere. You cannot stifle it. It's everywhere.
Yes, it's everywhere. This is the period that the awakening in Africa will shock the world. What is happening in Europe now, the fight they are fighting now, it has begun to show people. I thought these people were Christians. Why will Ukraine close their church that supports Russia? The past 3-4 days in Ukraine, I was asking myself, why will these people take this thing to this extent? People that are Christians like them, if they can do such to themselves, what about us? They will even kill, they will do more. People should stand up now and ask questions. Why? What? Why? What? Why? What? Why did this happen like this? What made it to happen like this? How did it happen? These are the way that historians ask questions. I want our people to start learning now. They have to wake up. All of Mazi, we'll continue this.
There were. Many people are calling, honestly. There were. We must continue. What we want people to understand is this. Biafra should understand this. In the world politics. Yes, just hold on, please, caller, hold on. I don't know why people are not calling on Signal as they are calling. Everybody is centered on WhatsApp. Please, you can call on Signal also in order to divide the whole thing, because the Signal is okay. Let me see. I want people to understand that in this world, what matters is the economy. That is it. The well-being of a people. That is what matters. That is number one issue. The well-being of people. All these other things, religion, this is just a tool, a weapon, a tool in order to get what you want as a people. That is it. It's just a tool, a means to reaching there. It is not that thing that there. It is not there. It is the means to reaching there. So people should not be expecting religious sentiments to be used in order to help us. In order to no. That is why they sentence everybody into individualism. That is where we are missing it. Like the statement our brother said, which I made. This is not the first time I made it. Everything is about politics of collective survival. If, for example, out of half of Biafrans, we openly denounce Christianity, it's just a protest as the injustice that is being done by our people that brought Christianity to us. Our so-called Christian brothers, we believed, European brothers, and look, they sold us into another religion killing us. They killed us in 1967 till today. Until today, they are killing us, and these people are not even fighting. They are not behaving as if we are human beings. So we thereby resign. You know, the world will shake for it. But when you talk about this, somebody will come and tell you that no, my belief, my Jesus do for me. It's him that give me money. Your personal interest amounts to nothing when it comes to collective interest. That is why people can die for our collectivity. People that protested in Aba the other day. If everybody is talking about his personal interest, no person will even come out for protest. Because they know they will kill him. They kill the people. People are in ESN fighting and some are dying. They are not dying for their personal interest. But when it comes to something like this, when we talk, it say no, you cannot say it. My Jesus do me, is him. Without him, I will not survive. Who tell you that? Our collective interest surpasses you. Your personal interest. That is what I want people to understand. And in this world, what rules is economy. People's collective benefit. That is what rules. That is why America can go to war if their interest is being threatened anywhere. They don't care whether you are Pentecostal, whether you are calling on Muhammad or it doesn't matter. Oh, they have their churches in your country. As you are a branch of the American church, they don't care. All that matters to them is that economy, that economic benefit that benefits them as a country. That is what matters. Apart from that, nothing matters to them. Every other thing is just a means to reach that their economic benefit, including religion. They use it in order to monitor, control you. When they talk, you believe, yeah, it's our own, just like Saudi Arabia. When Africans are Muslims, but they are not original. They go to, you know how much billions of dollars they are going to deposit in Saudi Arabia to boost Saudi economy. Africa, rise up and do your own. Caller on what's up? Welcome to the program. There we Mazi.
Yes, Mazi, good evening.
There we
Can you hear me?
The whole world is hearing you, Mazi. Please go on.
Right, good evening, Mazi. My name is I just have to thank you for the awareness. Depending on what you said about the Jews, you know the historical fact. You know why the Jews did what they did in terms of industrial, because they were fighting to preserve the value of the Bible and humanity.
Of course.
And also remember what the Arabians did in Nigeria.
I hope you are not using earpiece, please.
No, I'm not.
Okay, please
let your mouth,
let your mouth don't be far from the phone, please. Go on.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's okay now. It's okay. Go on.
Okay, Mazi Jonathan, good evening. You made reference to the Jewish historical fact. And you realize why Hitler was appointed. We all know that the Jews, the reason why they did what they did was because they wanted to preserve their values, culture, survival, and humanity. We also know about the Italians in the 80s, when they were in Nigeria with the Italian peace and bad. We also know about the Indians and Chinese. All these people, this country, what they were trying to do was to put on the survival and completely independent. So my solution to IPOB, we have done this by establishing over 100 countries. It's not time for us, man, for us to leave. If we can organize ourselves in those countries and see how we can support our values. I know we can go to the United Nations, we can those things are very important. They actually have helped to create awareness. I think this is the time for us now to see whether we can do a further relationships in terms of industrialization, so that we can have the muscle, because if we have this people on our side, I mean, we can do whatever we want to do.
Mazi, are you still there?
Mazi,
Yes. Go on.
I am indeed.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is this: now that we have IPOB family in over 100 countries, and these people we have got the skills, we got the energy. Why can't we organize our society? I mentioned, if you come to UK, you see the India, they have their factories here and there, and they call their own people to manufacture whatever they want to manufacture, and send it somewhere abroad. We have got Biafrans, we have got people who have got the skills. Instead of looking for jobs and being funded, why can't we organize ourselves with that awareness, whereby we can gain our skills and our determination for freedom, and then that will build our profile a bit stronger.
Yes, Mazi, what you say, you're right. You made a point there, but you should understand this. What we are fighting, you should understand the fight we are in. Ndikwe na ndekwe. There are many spoilers in we are fighting a war. So anything that IPOB is engaged in doing, you should remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even announcing about agricultural something agreement with Israel. Nigeria immediately they sent a high-profile visit in Israel. They scattered everything. So any place we are in, we are trying to do something as a people. We have not gotten a government. We have not restored our country. So I understand what you're saying, but the bottom line, yes, listen me out. The bottom line is this: that we have many things we are fighting, both internal and external. I'm telling you honestly, both internal and external. You will see, look at what is happening. Look at people that are being used, in one way, government agents, I call them, that we are sleeper cells in IPOB. Look at what they are doing. Campaign of calumny, campaigning against the leadership, destroying people's mindset. Look at every inch of the road. Even as our leader is inside, every inch of the road, the leadership of IPOB is fighting on every inch of the day or the road that we are going. So when you say, let us do this, there are people there will be counter, even in the diaspora. So we are trying to continue guiding and organizing ourselves first into a formidable bunch. Do you understand me? Go on, Mazi, and continue what you're saying.
Jonathan, you don't mention what our leader did with the Israeli about agricultural development. But you see the good thing about when the government tries to sabotage that process, you see the positive effect. You see the Israelis coming to demonstrate that Biafra must be free. But why are they holding us? Before they have seen that we want to go into a good relationship with them. So I'm not saying that if we try to do our own for them to resolve, but I think we are allies. Because there's something we can do with them. I mean, that the government will say no, but I think we say that there are people out there why can say no? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So we have to act.
Yes. The awareness Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created and Radio Biafra is creating and IPOB is championing. My brother. This way we are talking, it's not everything that IPOB must come and say, oh, it is championed by IPOB leadership, we make plan. There are some things that, for example, if you have a project like that, you can even start it up. You understand? It must not be under IPOB name. You understand? Because what we are creating, what we have succeeded in creating is the awareness. That is part of the enlightenment. You see what Ezako is doing. He's not doing it under IPOB.
Yes.
He's doing his own thing. But it's a positive. It's an offshoot of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's teaching. Let me tell you. You know that. So, but if we start waiting for IPOB, or yeah, come and let us initiate this, it will be very hard. But everybody should be, like, if you have a project, you can even corner people privately and say, let us start this thing. It is part of the program. You understand what I'm saying? It will get the IPOB's blessings, and that is it. Thank you very much, Mazi. I don't know whether you want to conclude or say anything under 30 seconds, please.
No, Mazi Jonathan, I know a lot of people are waiting.
Of course. There were.
Thank you so much.
There were. You see, caller on signal. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Professor. Good evening.
There were.
Remember Mazi Celestine Oba, and I am calling from coastal region of Biafra, quite precisely. Professor Jolas, I agree to every of your submission. I agree to every of your submission in this tonight broadcast, and I also have to commend you for the very good job that you are doing for Biafrans. Keep it up, my brother. The Chuchko Kikabiama is with us, and we shall get to the land of Biafra. Having said this, Professor Jolas, however, add that call to serve to the people is horrible. Say this is that you have a whole lot of criminals, certain leaders in different position of woman. So why is this thing happening? We have lost our origin. It is happening like that because a lot of the artificial organic life that has been infused in us by destroying our progenitor system, which would have bring more life to us than what we are seeing. To Professor Jonas, truth is sacred. And you don't have to romance it. So whenever you make sure that you stand consistently on
you are reconnecting
truth, even if you are standing alone, like what we are doing now in Radio Biafra. It doesn't have to data you. So we must have to continue on that part of the truth. One key thing some of us don't understand is that freedom, the quest for freedom is not known. Emotion and the sentiment is not known to freedom.
Mazi, this network has failed. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi.
There were.
Yeah, my
My name is Chukwudi. I'm calling from Italy. This is a big announcement for IPP Roma in Italy. Please, we are having it tomorrow by 1 o'clock in Termini near African shop where bus 70 is parking. Please, if you are missing road, please call this number 35111 73004. The second one 351 012 5761. 34690. Please, Mazi Jonathan, I want to conclude the program. Okay. Please, like where you started, you said our people that we should not give up or whatever that is punishing you. Develop like ụfọdụ n'ime anyị sicha ụzọ anyị ncha niile tachara afụ mmehie na so that is why I asked one particular day, what can somebody do you leave this struggle? This struggle is the air we breathe, is everything to us. We don't have any hope in this life again.
Of course.
Look at upon injustice they are meting on us. They are still holding our leader. Okay, imagine that if we are not in the right path, how will they treat us? Talk less of now that we are in the right path, they are still treating us like this. The world is keeping silent. They are killing us in the home. The world is keeping silent. They are killing some of us, in our brothers in South Africa. The world is keeping silent. Here in Italy, I have put here. Nobody said anything. The one after everything they say is that the person who killed. Okay, is it not what you are suffering as a race? Please, I want also to suggest for our people as the battle is getting heat and getting harder. Please, if it's possible for all our families in the whole world, the evil they have committed to us, because this morning our sister in Israel, Rachel Nwos, when she go for an appointment, they were flapping the Biafran clothes she wear. If we can make any our clothes now, the way they kill our people, the children they starve to death, everything, we will be anywhere we are. We put the sticker in our car. Nobody will question you for that. Instead, they will ask you question. What is this? How is it going? You will explain to them. That is what I want to suggest. And please, also, I want to ask you one particular question. Because you are teaching this evening about our ancestor. I want to ask you, our ancestor and this our generation today, which one did the Western world or the Europe respect?
Mazi, you see, our generations today, they don't respect, no respect at all. They see us as conquered slaves, I'm telling you. Now, you know, they call it,
yes.
They put it in a very mild, you know, they hide all these things, heavy things in long grammar. They call it neo-colonialism. What is neo-colonial? It's just slavery in another way, but in a more political manner. It's the worst even. Because had it been they are here with us, doing apartheid, everybody will be seeing it. But they are ruling us with a long hand. That is colonialism. If Nigerian Secret Service will meet with CIA in order to convince CIA to accept a president, a Nigerian president, to be a person to be a Nigerian president, and they endorse it. But after they will come up and tell us, look, you know, vote. What does it mean? So our forefathers, they met them as equal human. You know, when you see somebody, you fight. You fight your equal, but you beat your maybe your junior. Today they are beating us. They fought with our ancestors, they respect them. But today they are just beating us. Any slighted they beat us. Either they will use one person to, if any president wants to go off what they told him to do, they will use another person to beat him. You know, another African, his brother, to just beat him, bring him down. They use the media to beat us, you know, and twist our brain. They will use religion to twist our brain. That is beating us like babies, and we behave ourselves to their liking. But our ancestors, they fought like man to man. When you have to fight with somebody, which means you are fighting like man to man, not baby. A baby to man cannot fight. That's it. So go on, Mazi. Go on.
You are right, Mazi. I agree with you. See, you can never ask for your enemy, no matter what. Last time you were teaching about this, and what you also will suffer again is self-destruction. In conclusion, I will say that you remember interviewed our leader or Amadike, the 10th one from the Chukwu Okike Abiama. Masanga asked him, which type of Biafra did you want? He said that it is the Biafra of his ancestor. That is,
of course,
that is it.
Originality.
Thank you.
Originality.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Thank you. Much. God bless you and God bless Biafra. Thank
there
you.
War. And you too. There war. We must continue. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Sorry, caller on signal. Please, can you hold on? I don't know. The signal is clogging up. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? There war. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Your line just went off. You can call back on direct line. Caller on signal. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan.
There, well, welcome to the program. Very vibrant.
Thank you, Mazi Jonathan.
My
name is Mazi Fanyi. I'm calling from my location. Mazi Jonathan, may God bless you for your topic this night. May God bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi. Our leader will live and see Biafra. He is the one that will bring Biafra to us. We are not shaking. We are not panicking. As I'm here now, I'm not shaking. I'm not panicking. May God bless our HOD, our DOS. May God bless all of you. Mazi, what we are saying this night is nothing but the truth. It's nothing but the truth. Because you have known that how the Europeans and the Roman Empire had and deceived and they concocted story and sent to us. But nevertheless, because as a child, when a child grows up and they start asking what belongs to him, he now become an enemy of people. Yes, because I am Ragu, you have known the real truth about what the packet that they sent to us. And we are treating it one after the other. But Mazi, let me use this opportunity and advise our people. Let our people not lose hope. What happened 2 days ago concerning our leader's case? Mazi, I'm very, very strong. I have a strong mind. Because most of us doesn't understand what freedom fighter mean. If you are a freedom fighter, you have to decide one thing or second thing. Either you live or you die or you are inside the prison. These three things you must start considering one. Freedom fighter is not a can and bread or burger. It's not eating burger. It's not chopping chicken and the pepper soup. It's not driving big cars. You must reject all these things and submit to yourself. That is why our leader rejected everything, rejected all those flashy things, and submitted himself for we to live. And the we that is following our leader, we must also do the same for others to live. So if you are claiming that you are a freedom fighter, you never develop that mind of submitting whatever you have, even submitting that you are ready to give your life for others to live. You never start doing freedom fighter. We IPOB, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi, we have already decided everything. Our leaders normally say that we are dead people already. So whatever they like, let them do. What I'm assuring them is Biafra must surely come. And our leader will leave and they lead us into Biafra. Nobody else. Mazi, may God bless you. I have a strong mind and we must continue.
Of course.
Mazi, good night from here. God bless you.
And you too. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Yes, caller on direct line. Please go on.
Hello?
Caller on direct line. Please go on. Caller on direct line. You are not talking or you are wasting your money. Please go on. I say. Continue speaking.
Good evening, sir. Mazi Jonathan. Calling from Ugbocha.
Mazi, do you want me to buy you which drink? Is it Hero you are drinking before you start talking? Or you are, what is it? Why are you stopping?
Oh, hey, Biafra, I greet all Biafra members wherever you are this evening. Mazi Jonathan, the situation I'm seeing place in this country to release our leader is not, I have not seen it is easy for us. One, two people that is outside know the next alternative. I hope there's other country that is interested to Biafra. So what are we doing? If it is to sell all of us, I'm interested. We can remain as a slave to outside country to be a slave in this zoo. I'm getting tired. I want to
Mazi, can you hear me? Do you listen to from the start of this submission? Do you listen? And then if you don't listen, I know I urge you. You don't just pick phone and start talking. You don't just pick phone and call. You are talking on air. Do you hear me? This lamentation. I'm tired. If you are tired, maybe you can go and jump into River Niger. Maybe if you are tired, or you go and sleep. Go and sleep. Don't come on air and start discouraging people. I am tired. You are tired. Don't talk it on air. Listen, I'm talking to you, please. Listen. We should know how to comport ourselves. This is radio. You don't come to discourage people. Oh, you should know how to do. What are you going to do that the leadership is not doing? You know, we should know. If you don't listen right from start, you know the topic. Don't just come, hey, let me call Radio Biafra, because many people are fond of this. You don't listen, you don't know something, you just carry phone, let me call and talk anything. No, you don't do that. This is not the time of lamentation. Oh, this is not the time of lament. This is freedom fighting. Mandela stayed in jail for 27 years and today he is an idol all over the world. And only how many years of 11 years of freedom fighting, you are becoming tired. If you are tired, go and sleep. That is what I'm telling you. Yeah, please withdraw it. Go on, please.
Yes, so what I'm saying now is because of the situation of my leader. If my leader is free where he is, I'm not bothered. I have followed all the protests that we did here in Zoo, which all the whole protest I was there. 20th January 2017 when Donald Trump was swearing, I was there. All the whole places that we went, I was there. It's by grace of God I survived it. The blood did not touch me. So we are still working hard, but I'm interested for the process of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because the Zoo have no conscience. That is where I'm angry. If Biafra will take us 20 years, I'm not worried because my leader said this, it will take us time. It's not a cock and bull, it's not something that you go and pick at any market and come back. It's not easy. That a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. That is why when people are talking about Waziriki, he said that Waziriki is not a freedom fighter. A freedom fighter cannot be free rotating in the country with the same people, either he be in the grave or the prison or they get the freedom. So what the whole statement of our leader is on air. So urge you people that are working hard, know the parliament to go. I'm urging you people to continue. So that is my perfect.
And you too, you are on.
That is Biafra.
Oh, must say Biafra. There were. You know, there is no. We are in a long haul. That is it. Anything you think you can do in order to get us Biafra quicker, as long as it coincides, you lend your distance, lend your hand. That's it. So this is freedom fighting, as I said. It is a very serious business. Emotion or sentiment can never solve a thing. I say emotion. Thank God that we are no more seeing too much this emotion, even on air. Already at the beginning, everything, but emotion it doesn't change in nothing. Remain stone cold and focused. That is it. That is it. We continue doing what we are doing. We continue and we continue, and our leader must be released. That is it. Everybody continue lending your efforts in one way or the other. No person. It is not for one person. Whatever that you are advised to do, you do it. That's where I stand. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good evening, Mazi Jonathan.
Mazi Chuku.
My name is Chuku Emmanuel. I'm speaking from my location. Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan, for your topic this evening. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man that set up this platform to expose all the evil that was hidden for human being to hear and to become a human being. I thank our leader. Yes, your topic this evening. I want to start from the religion, as we are discussing. The first thing that happened to Nigeria is religion. Christianity and Muslim. British know what they did. They put up these two religions to use it to conquer people and enslave them. Both of them is the same. Sometimes there was a news that a reverend father was killed and burned to ashes in Niger State. And when this man was about to bury, when they are in the burial place they want to bury the man, the terrorists come and surrender those people and kidnap over 100 of them. This is not even the first time. Sometimes there was a news that over 100 and for something pastor reverend father have been kidnapped in Nigeria. My question is very simple. Does it mean that Christians have no leadership? They have. The current president in Nigeria is a Yoruba man. His name is Samson Ayekule. He's a Yoruba man. He's there making his money from Fulanis. Because anybody in Nigeria, any position they get in Nigeria is just to reach yourself and your family. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. If I am a person and I'm going to church, tomorrow is church, and I have been hearing all this news that people are adopting, even to the place they are burying a reverend father or whoever is involved, then why am I going to the church? Is a very big question. Because if I have nobody to protect me, then why am I wasting my time? going to church in Nigeria. Until people understand what is coming to them and they ask questions, failing to do so, the black people will remain slave forever. You have seen what is going on in Nigeria. The British, the England, that was brought missionary to Africa to Nigeria. The same people brought Fulanis in the other hand with gun and bullet, and they are killing the so-called Christian. Nobody is asking questions in the name of Christianity. It have reached to the extent today Christianity has nowhere to see in Nigeria government. From the president, vice president, from all over the whole thing, you cannot see if you go to Nigeria Constitution, there's nothing like a Christian. Then why are you people wasting that
Mazi, they cannot mobilize. They cannot mobilize and say, look at, let's say in the Nigerian setting, Muslim ticket. Whereas they cannot mobilize and even show that they are chagrin in the government and say, no, we need to fight, and no way.
Yes.
It's very absurd, honestly.
If these people are human beings, that time they choose Muslim ticket. That would the time they're supposed to strike and say no. If we have anybody in a party, we cannot continue in that very particular party. But do you know that people vote Labour Party because of APC is #1 terrorist government in Nigeria. Number 2, they have no Christian representative in their party. Then tell me how somebody will go there and vote as a Christian. Apart from Christian, any human being who understood what Nigeria is all about, why are you going to vote for APC? Today, they have given it to a criminal, a dead man. What you will hear now, any moment, is another impostor, like Buhari. But one thing is that Fulani will not allow that one to happen. They will expose it. They are not Yoruba. Like Osibanjo, they will expose it immediately and take over the whole thing. That is what is going to happen. The Fulanis are experts comparing to what is happening in Nigeria. The Fulani are the smallest, but they have taken it all. Because Nigeria is the most stupid place under the roof of heaven. See somebody like Obasanjo, a slave, in the name of Obasanjo. He first of all took P2P and Wike to go and sign slave contract in Britain. This devilish human being, Obasanjo, it will not go well with Obasanjo. Obasanjo is the worst evil man in Nigeria, in Yoruba land. Obasanjo has sold Yoruba for forever slave. Because this time around, the foolish ones in Yoruba will be thinking that giving Tinubu a president is something good to Yoruba. Not knowing they are handing over their born generation into forever slave. They think they are cheating Igbo people. They don't know what they are doing to themselves. Look at the HAUSA-SERVICE, how Fulani have destroyed them. What is Yoruba? When you talk 2 times, they will run away. The Yoruba only have power when they see Igbo foolish slave in the name of Ohaneze Igbo. People who don't know their left or their right, which Fulani are using. People who have no shame of their life. It's a pity. It's a pity. Obasanjo your own is going to be the worst. Because you will carry no money to grave. You will leave everything and die shameless. Thank you, Master Jonathan.
There we go.
All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Let me bring in my brother for a special report that is going on now in part of Biafra land. Mazi, okay, foreign, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi, good evening from Poland here, and there was a Glogunda. It's been a long time. Of course, we are talking. Mazi, there was you're doing a great work for your motherland. Kabam is your strength, as well as our leader Mazi and the Okutukana, and my mother Chukupezanya. Uniting these who continue to appreciate him, and his lieutenant that are doing wonderfully well. Men and women of radicals all over the world. I greet all of you. Of course, we'll continue to keep you posted about the happenings in Biafra land, especially, and even this in general. But as it is now, I have a brother, Mazi, precisely from Enugu province of Biafra land. But before then, Fulani is at it again, at Nimbo Uzowani, that attacking our people since 1 week now, killing. And the worst part is when they kill, they'll cut one of the fingers. I don't know what they do that. Know what they're using the fingers to do. But what we have to encourage our people, you are not alone. Our people from Uzowani, your report have gotten to us. You don't have problem. The little will be done. Mazi KHQ, please, can you hear me from Biafra land? Unmute yourself and give us what is happening, your location, your village, your town. Give every report you've been calling.
Okay. Thank you, Mazi. Okay, foreign. My name is Ikechukwu, calling from precisely in Soka province. For about 1 week now, there has been a constant Fulani herdsmen attack on some villages. Ibawaka, precisely, Ebrumri Ibawaka, Nkalega and Ichi. So the first place they attacked was Ebrumri. When they went there, they killed 2 people. One of them was one of these vigilantes, and they strangled him and took his gun, and then shot 1 woman dead, kidnapped 4 people, including a 7-year-old girl, and we are demanding for ransom. Then after 3 days, they went on Kalega and killed a man. This man, they killed. The son died in Jos, and the family came back to bury. The boy was supposed to be buried, I think tomorrow. But they shot the man dead and kidnapped the sister, asking for 7 million naira ransom. Then also along that Ichibawa road, they kidnapped another a motorist. So I don't know so far now. I don't know how many of them that have been, whether they have released any of them, but they are in custody. So they came back again the day for yesterday night. Then
Mazi, please 1 minute, okay? As you are telling us, could you mention the local government, okay? The
local government is Igbe, the South local government area of Enugu State.
Thank you. Go on.
And precisely. It covers that Ibawa is the headquarters of the local government area, and this Ebrumiri is a community within the Ibawa, and Nkalega is also a community within the same local government. So, but these people have been in November they kidnapped the parish priest of that very Ebrumiri parish in Ibawaka. So when they kidnapped the priest, I think he stayed with them about 4 days, the parish priest. So they have been coming from, there is a vast land in the neighboring community called the Bagwan.
And Mazi, and they released him after saying 4 days. Did they release him?
They released the priest, but the priest he did not disclose whether he paid ransom.
Okay, go on.
So this attack has been constant until the day before yesterday, they came in night. So when the vigilantes mobilized and went, they could not operate. So, but most people from these communities now, it's almost, most of them have left because they can't sleep at night.
So, but you talk about vigilante people mobilizing, and they couldn't operate for that day. So, is it as they couldn't operate, the vigilantes also go to sleep?
No, the vigilante when they came, when they had a gunshot, because they wanted to start operating. When they had a gunshot, they now left. But when they leave, these vigilantes are not so organized to go and attack them in their camp, because they have a camp in the thick forest.
For you,
did you get what I said?
Yes. The whole world is hearing.
Can you pronounce the forest again? Can you? Jonathan, 1 minute, my brother. Get the name of the forest. It's very important. Okay. Don't mention it. Don't say that on the air. You write it to me, okay?
Okay, I'll write it.
So there are some vitally don't mention on there. Thank you. Go on, my Jonathan.
Okay. Do I go ahead?
Yes, go on.
So the communities now, majority, that place where they are attacking completely, most of the families are moving out. So that's the situation report as at now.
You see, it's very despicable. If somebody tell us that maybe in 2015, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was soliciting for guns and bullets, let me put it, because he talked in parable, no person listened to him. He come up openly toward the Igbo Congress, said they are coming. Give me guns and bullets. If our people have listened, all these things will be preventable. But look at Mazi, do you know the gravity of leaving your ancestral land running away because of foreigners coming to take over your land? Mazi, okay, we simplify it, or many of us simplify it because it's not us, it's not me direct. Do you know what it means? You get as it be, honestly. You get as it be.
So now it's really get as it be.
Libo.
Very unbelievable.
Get as it be. Go on. So the people are still scattered. Is it? The thing is still going on.
Those people who are living in those villages, those people who are living in those villages at the moment are scattered. Some are looking where to run to for the time being. But some of the
So let me ask, no presence of the zoo, police, military, or anything like that, no?
At all. Even the local government chairman have not reacted. All of them have been informed.
They are the part of it.
They are part of it. They know what they are doing.
From the loot.
Yes.
It's even only according to them, it's even only the PG that is making effort on the other side. The PG.
Very sad indeed.
I want to tell your people will continue to form your vigilantes at least. Come on,
no,
and around Mazi, please. Now your network is good. This part you are mentioning, is it close to Nimbo?
No, it's not close to Nimbo.
For one time.
No, it's not close to Nimbo. Igbete South local government area is closer to going towards Kogi because it comes through after Ansoka.
At the border
the
town.
next place is Opupa.
Yes.
After Ansoka, after the UNN, because this forest is not even very far from the UNN itself, where they are camping. So, that road is not the one they operate. If you come from Nsuka to Opupa, Ibagwa, then going down to Ichi, and then from there you can now go to Kogi State. So it is along those areas that they operated.
Mazi, we understand now because this is the place Chinas mentioned that they come, they go. It's okay, noted. It's okay, noted. The vital area you have to write me, okay?
I will write it and send to you. I will write them
only because
and send to you.
The vital area and that is river or sea. Those are vital area. You know what? We talk off the air, okay?
Okay, then thank you.
Mazi Jonathan, thank you for having us continue.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah, thank you.
That is it. Onye gwa anyị that part of Igbo land ị ga na-agba ọsọ wụrụ all out war ndị Fulani ndị abịa egbu anyị in our own land. You cannot believe it. You want to bring war? Hey, you need guns and bullets. No, Nnamdi Kanu. You are you are mentioning war. Now that's it. From there, if they take it, they will continue coming down. And Igbo. Oh, let me pick these callers, last two callers, please. Caller on, let me see who was there first. Okay, caller on Signal. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Mazi.
Mazi, that is after listening to this our brother, this is one of the things I need here. Talk. They say you're criticizing Oka. You're speaking against religion. Religion is one of the problems that made our people today to be handicapped. Handicap and Igbo youth today, we can no longer rise up. Your topic, this is to solidify your topic.
Mazi, how can you rise up? Mazi, in wholesale, how can you expect people to rise up where they are promised that God will solve their whole problem and only what they shout, amen, amen. And they conclude, raise up here. No, what is happening today? No, they go. I saw one that you on the social media that God is going to fight this battle. That God will not allow darkness to take light. You see this election that they steal. That don't worry, you will see God in action. Shout hallelujah! Let us pray, and people will rise up and pray, and they will comfortably go home. That the problem is solved. When we talk about this religion, I mentioned it that the Roman Empire, people that saw in 66 AD, a Jewish man that rose up to fight, to defend, to take back their land. The early Christians, the apostles avoided him, saying, no, we are not going to fight. That is what opened the Romans' eyes. They say, this doctrine that made people stupid not to fight us, we are going to promote it. And that is why they promoted this, added the epistles, this early what the apostles wrote. They put it, compiled it, become New Testament, because they know that it is non-violent to them. It is to the Romans' benefit. So they don't need people to challenge them physically. And they promoted it, make it a separate religion. That is it. Mazi, go on, please.
Okay. Now, those people that will come out openly and begin to attack people like Mazi for Matthias and Co. and some other people who are speaking directly to the soul of our people against this doctrination called religion. Those of them, they cannot see this type of news. No, you can't see this type of news on their blog page. They can't blog this kind of information. They only go to find fault where there is no fault. One of our brothers here asked the question, how does the white people see us today and how does they see our ancestors, the difference? My brother, the answer to that particular question, I would tell you is, have you been to area market and see when they are beginning to build a sandal or shoe, a production process from the building to the finished level? And as a finished product, we are the finished product. They have done their job. That's why they bet on their Fulani, their Fulani co-conspirators
that we are now ripe for conquest. That's why you see all these things happening. If not the coming of Mazi and the through Radio Biafra and IPOB, who do you think we are? Who do you think we are? My topic, Mazi, I won't take much of your time. We say Ibedike. This Ibedike is a mantra. Even me at my age, I'm around 30 something. Sorry, Biafra, I have forgotten to give my name is Mazi. I'm speaking from Biafra land. Ibedike, we used to know this thing called Ibedike and towns. How does it work? This is our ancestors, our forefathers introduced this thing through age grade. Our mission to galvanize the people in one front and against intruders, invaders like this, because that has believed that he has no enemy. Nobody in this life who doesn't have an enemy. An enemy does not necessarily mean somebody who is open and fighting. Sometimes you can even be enemy to yourself, because I looked in Igbo situations today. I have found out that Igbos are the enemies to themselves, but they have refused to understand that part. I would say it is used to galvanize people. You grow, as you're growing up in a community, you go through youth. As a youth, you go through youth until you come of age. You join age grade. You join your age grade. As organized age grade, they have rules and regulations. Injury for one, injury for all. The age grade, they protect the territorial integrity of that community. From that age grade now, you have gotten married, you now join, do all the ritual, and you now join Amala. This is how our ancestors organize us. But do you know that over these years, religion and religious criminals, I call them criminals in our land, has destroyed everything. They destroyed everything.
Mazi, are you telling me? Is it Mazi? Are you telling? You are talking it as if we are foreigners. Is it not what we see? What we saw? Okay. In villages, even the churches will discourage you. Say again, you see, very, very sad. Go on, Mazi, please.
This thing is what we know. Our age grades are very formidable. We fight. When if you see us marching in the road, in the street, you see men marching. Police can never enter a community and arrest somebody without the age grade people coming to block. In my own community, you cannot. You can, but today all these things are off the air. We no longer know about these things. We only commune. Our communion now is all about ego, money. If you see Igbo 2-3 youths gather together, they are doing contributions. Who will collect in next 2 months? Who will collect in next 3 months? Everything has been turned to money. And how did it happen? Those religious criminals I call, they did this thing through our mothers. But we tell ourselves the pure truth. Through our mothers, because it is this our mothers that receive this salvation in the absence of their husband. Our fathers will not know. They will go and convert them. So when they now come to the house, they will torment the man of the house into submission.
Mazi, that is a mistake. Mazi, do you know that this thing, our mistake came in the 1980s? Okay, Anna Hapo wine. Kana Hapo Kahana, it's what I saw. It's Manu Mazi. Why we hear you in a church and I say, our church, not knowing that that's okay, leave them. Before you know, they will disturb their husband to submission, as you said. It's the right word. Because without it, the man will not have peace. I'm telling you. Before some years now, the men now, everybody turned. Mazi, please go on and conclude.
Mazi, I will conclude, but this is the main problem, because once this thing came in, you see that time youth used in organizing themselves, they already are now that block cruising, now all these church activities. You will see a man, you go to work, from work, one church activity, from Monday to Friday. Before you come back to your house on time, oh my God, I got every program, evening fire, this and that. All this, at the end of the day, you see that people no longer connect with each other. Because growing up as a young boy, I know that what we used to do first those times is just plant flower to demarcate boundary in America. There was nothing like all these big fence. Because it's through this introduction that when we have window job, people now went and begin to cut down our big trees. I remember those days. I would tell this story. One place on Hajibema, because that was where I grew up. In Hajibema, I remember those 1990 something, either 92 or 93. There was a time this oil exploration was going on there. Ajib was coming. I see when the youth came out and blocked the whole exit of the community. During that time, is it Abacha or Obasanjo? They were so mean that even police army could not penetrate. But at the end of the day, what happened? Army came and was shooting tear gas and was chasing people. A young man ran to the community. There is a place they call Ihuala. That is the center of the community. He ran there. The army man, being a HAUSA man, he doesn't know the culture of the land. He ran into that. He passed that on ran to go and tie that point inside there. This army man was raised up more than 10 times and hit on the ground. What raised him up? Nobody knew. But do you know that is opposite that shrine is where Catholic Church came and built their church. This is how they are destroying. You will see our people who are ignorant will come and attack you on social media. Mazi, we are far. I must tell our brother that we are finished product in the hands of the colonial.
Of course.
It's not the coming of our leader.
Of course.
We are gone but we are here. The greatest surprise is that they never believe that a day like this will come when people will come to resist them. Thank you, man. That we will keep on resisting. Our leaders must be free. Our leader must be released unconditionally.
Of course.
They must do what is obtainable in the law. Thank you, man.
There were. Caller on WhatsApp. You'll be the last caller. Mazi, you were the first. Now you become the last. Okay, what's up?
Mazi adregna mma.
Dekorage Mazi Akiaba. Dewo.
Mazi Chinedu ya adregna mma. Mazi aha mu awu ihe ukwu mere Akiaba. Mazi le n'abalị a mgbe ị malitere okwu a. Anọ m na-ege ntị kemgbe. Ka m nụ ndị ga-akpọ bịa sịwa ikwugo okwu ihe gbasara religion because ọ na-ara ahụ mgbe ọbụla ekwutere okwu religion a ya da mba akakwala ebe ọ ga-emebikwara anyị ihe maazị ihe ọ na-ewute m nke ukwuu maazị ndị niile a na-ekwunye ụgwọ nke na-agụ akwụkwọ nsọ ha akpọrọ Baịbụl maka ị gaa na Baịbụl ahụ o nwere maazị ụbọchị ọzọ o nwere ihe a na-akpọ Urim and Turim nọ n'akwụkwọ nsọ ahụ. Ụbọchị ọzọ anyị ga-akọwa ihe o menyere maka e nwere ihe ndị anyị na-ahazi mgbe anyị hazichara ihe ahụ maazị anyị ga-apụta bịa gwa ndị mmadụ ihe dị iche na omenala na ikpere arụsị. Maazị o nwere ọtụtụ nsogbu anyị nwere ugbu a ile anya ọrịa a na-enwekarị ugbu a na-awụ mba mmụọ a na-akpọ stroke ma ọkwanụ high blood pressure, high BP. Maazị ihe religion emebiela anyị ga-apụtakwa na redio anyị otu ihe anyị nwere anyị kpọrọ nke anyị bịa kọwara ndị mmadụ otu anyị ga-esi were eju akwa na mmiri ara ehi na-agwọ ihe ndị a. Anyị ga-apụtakwa kọwara ndị mmadụ otu ogiri nwa onye Igbo na-amaghị ihe bụ ogiri ga-eji mee high BP ala n'ahụ gị kpamkpam. Ọ bụghị ka eme ya ka o reduzo mana ka ọ laa kpamkpam. Maazị akwenyeghị ihe gbasara religion a even mgbe ị malitere ikwu ụjọ dara m sị ndị mma agaghị adụkwa ma ndị pastọ ma gịnị. Maazị ọkwa ịma na ndị ọcha gwara anyị na e nwere miracle onye rịawa onye anya na-enye nsogbu asị weta olive oil na-ete ya n'anya. Maazị ma chetakwa na ndị ọcha gara rụọkwa glass tinye ihe ha ga-eti ihe ka ọ bụrụ na igbu ihe n'anya ga-ahụ ụzọ ọfụma. Ọkwa ndị ọcha bịara arụkwa wheelchair, enwere ha wheelchair, mana ha bịa ebe a ha sị anyị na onye dara ngwọrọ na TB Joshua ga-emesa ya aka onye ahụ agawa ije. Ama m mgbe ndị nke anyị ga-eche echiche, mana ihe m na-ekwu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-agwachala anyị ihe niile. Asị onye nwere ntị ya nụrụ, ama m ihe ọzọ ndị mmadụ ga-abịa ịkọ ka ọ gwara anyị na ihe a Maazị kwuru na ihe onye ọbụla nụchara. Ya mere Maazị, biko unu jisie ike, biko maka amaghị m ma ndị nke anyị ma ntị ha ọwụ okpu aka maka ekwuo na ntị nke anyị esi ebe a gafee. Ile anya Maazị, ị ga-ahụ na India mechara sị ndị Britain ndị colonize na ha were Chineke ha gawa, mana ikpeazụ onye ọbụla rịawara ọrịa na-amaghị otu esi eme ele ebe ebu ya gawa India. Maazị biko ka a hapụ gị biko, chejiele ya dịrị gị na mma, ya dịrị gị na mma. Almost here Biafra.
Ndewo. Jisike, we must continue. Mazi, you call at the last minute, which have closed. Mazi, I think it's Mazi Emi Chris, if I'm not wrong.
Thank you. No, you're not wrong. It's Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I would. My dear brother, you have done a great job, and we will continue doing. As we can, so we continue until the Biafra is restored. I even am beyond that. I want to talk about two things, but I say your time is almost and let me just say sharp. First of all, you talk about the religion. I want to ask you a question. This question, if you have time, respond to me, or maybe next time. We know that Israel was given in 1948, where they are living today. Now, I saw why I want to ask this question, because I saw some people who believe in religious others, like Abu Kobi. He was campaigning on social media. He got to Israel where Jesus walked on the sea, where he walked on this one. It's a Bible story. So does it mean that where they give them today to restate themselves, the Israelites, after they have killed them in Germany, is the same place where Christ comes? Because this is about 75 years now. This incident happened. They gave them that land. Is that the same place they came to stay today? Then another thing is that the mountain Sinai is now presently today can be located in Saudi Arabia. So I want to get that fact. So let us find exactly what happened there. I have read a lot of things, but I want your contribution towards that. Then another thing is that you talk about somebody who cannot abandon his religion or whatever he believes for this Biafra restoration. It cannot even depend only that. The major one is those are tarnished in nature. I want to give an example. Okay, for example, call a few minutes ago here. If he can be a witness, the former Italy national coordinator, not Iruanya, the one that left now. When I was a coordinator unit, I have issues with him. I tried to talk with him. He refused. He blocked me online. And our code of conduct says that if you have issue with your superior, or he doesn't want to settle with you, then you get to the superior above all of you. So our superior between me as a coordinator and him as national coordinator was the European rep. I contacted the European rep and he told me something that I would do, and I want to do it. And this guy persisted that I should not go that far. Then okay, for your see, I contacted him for issues. Okay, so okay, let me put this guy online now. That this guy I'm talking is not true. It doesn't believe that this.
Is this supposed to be on air? Is it not personal? Something that should be?
No. He said something has gone. He said something has gone further. I just want to make a reference. It doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
Something has gone very long time.
Okay.
So now, this guy, he contacted this guy and said, "Look at what happened. This person wants to talk with you. This is what he said. No, he cannot talk to him again. You know what he said? That's why I'm making this comment. He said, you are doing what you are doing because this the leadership is from your place. It's your brothers. Now, to clarify what I said now, look at the memo he wrote a few weeks ago against the US. Go and read that memo. He will see where he doubled down that he called your brother to take money from me. Go and read that memo that this idiot wrote. You will see that clannishism inside him. Which such a person does not have a ground in IPOB. It doesn't supposed to have any ground. So what I'm trying to make my point is that anybody that can see himself maybe from Imo State and you see somebody from Abakaleke put in a position and you see you if you degrade that person, hey, it's from Abakaleke. No, it can't be here. No, you are not ready for this struggle. Number one. And that thing, somebody who sees himself, you are more educated than others. You know everything all. Nobody knows it all. And this person is a junior to you. But what you look like, if that person is competent, it's okay. If you are complaining about the incompetence of that person, it's better. But when you see yourself as superior because of your academic or whatever you study, that language they go to school, they go and study. If that person not supposed to be in this struggle. So to help what you have said, that people that aren't supposed to be here, is not only religion, but those also clannish in nature, discriminate others because of their superior or where they came from in Igbo land. Thank you, Mazi Chinedu. In a better day we speak. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Of course. There were. All these issues is what enlightenment will remove. It's just like you know, gold. Gold you put it into a furnace and start, you know, making it to be more brighter. That is what enlightenment does. It makes you to be you question yourself. Because an intelligent person, even a real, naturally intelligent person, he doesn't even, he's not sure of himself. I'm telling you. Every time he's questioning his spirit whether, mistake, you know. But a fool is always full of himself. That he is right, always sure of himself, what he's doing. You know he's a fool. So, what we are preaching here, what each and every one of us, both the callers and broadcasters, is, you know, making ourselves to understand what we should do, the way we should behave. That is civilized manner. You understand? Removing this egoism, ego. You are nothing unless we become something. That is what I used to say. Go and think in what I say. You are nothing until we become something. Now that we covers you. But you as an individual, you are nothing. That is where I used to have problem with this religion. Because they are going only what Jesus can do for me only. You are telling us, let us do something together. You tell you, no, I don't care. My Jesus have, he brought me up. He put me high. Now no more. I'm okay now. So that selfishness is what is promoting. He doesn't see you. He doesn't see us. He see only him. So as I've gotten my miracle, go and do your own because you're a sinner or because you don't have faith. Go and do your own, which is not true. Because without us, there is nothing like you. The only thing, like for example, you see advanced countries today. In South Korea, the only thing that touches them, if you touch them, you touches all of them, is their government. You remember, I don't know whether the former South Korean president or prime minister is still in jail. They jailed her. Why? Because he just discussed government matters with her school age mates that is not working in the presidential office. He just discussed something concerning government with her only. Trouble started. People started manifesting, and she became arrested and jailed. That is because they know that the government is them all, everybody. It concerns everybody. But what Christianity have succeeded in doing in our land is it doesn't concern me. I will go and pray, and God will give me my miracle. So all those things they are fighting is not my problem. Do you see the historic? I say I will develop this more to be continued. When the first, the freedom fighters, the Jewish freedom fighters, at the early time, during the immediate past time of Christ, 66 to 73 AD, when they were fighting, they rose up to fight against the Roman conquest or colonization. The Christians at that time, the apostles said, no, it doesn't concern us. We are, because of the doctrine they received. Christian, this version of Judaism, that time it was part of Judaism. It was not a separate religion from Judaism. No, it was a sect in Judaism. Now, when people were killing the Roman soldiers for occupying their land, these Christians, they removed themselves, said, no, we don't want to shed blood. It is not our fight. We will pray. That is what they believe. Now, Roman, after crushing that rebellion, the Jewish had a call that came out to liberate themselves physically. Now, Rome starts studying the religion, Christianity, and saying, now, these people, they are not violent. This sect of Judaism is not violent. We need to, encourage them. We need to politicize it so that it becomes, everybody will become docile like all of them, because it is to the interest of the Roman Empire, the governing people that time. You understand? And that is where they started promoting Christianity, isolated, trying to turn that section of Judaism into another religion. It was done by the Romans, because they saw that these people, they are gullible. Let us promote it, because it suits us. We colonize them and they will pray. They don't fight. Physical fighting, they don't fight. They say their fight is spiritual. So let them continue spiritual fight. Let us be ruling them. Is it not what is going on today in our land? The Fulani, the Muslims, they are physically fighting. Whereas the Christians, they will be in the church. I could remember when you read one of the Biafran war stories, I think by Frederick Forsyth or Madiebo, there was an account in Onitsha. When Onitsha fell, Biafran soldiers were withdrawing. Now the Mohammedans, the invaders, they came. And there were these Christian cherubim and seraphim, about 300 of them. They tell them, run away. These people are animals. They say no. They lock themselves up praying, casting out the spirit of killing from the Nigerian soldiers. Do you know what happened? The Nigerian soldiers came and massacred them, all of them, both Dick and Harry. Do you see how the religion makes people stupid? Do you see that? Do you see what we are fighting? Do you see why we say you shouldn't be influenced? If you are in a policy making or position of authority in leadership of IPOB, you should not allow any religion to influence you. I say no, nada. Yeah. You shouldn't. Otherwise, you are not worthy. You should grow above all these things, because these are tools in order to condition people to the way you want them. Nigeria, they have conditioned them. Imagine that it is, for example, it is Peter Obi that they gave that election. Imagine what the Muslims will be on the rampage, because they believe in physicality, doing. But today, the churches, they have conditioned the whole members. God will be in control. God will fight the war. So if God will fight the war, now the people, do you want them to go and fight? They will quietly go home, very gullible and stupid, waiting for God to rise up and kill the whole politicians. And that is why Nigerian politicians, even the caliphate, is promoting all this, that the Jews in Nigeria, because they are using them to calm the people, to make the people not to function as real human beings, not to rise up. But if it is Islam, That is in the mosque. Once from Friday, after Friday prayers, once they shout Allah Akbar, go out and claim your mandate. Every Dick and Harry, they will run and start destruction. Do you see the difference? But what worries me is this. These people, they attack people that are even not violent, only talking, only trying to convince people. They cannot come to convince, to talk, to debate and convince. No. All they do is where their power reach. People that kill them, people that kill us as Christians, they will not fight against them. No. But instead, they will rather come to fight against people that are opening people's eyes. Say, no, government is your problem. You should rise up. Use your platforms in order to talk to your members. Tell them that your problem is not caused by any Satan. Problem is your problems why you don't have job, because there are no factories. Instead of building factories in your villages, you build churches. And inside that churches, graduates will be praying to have job. Does it make any sense? Does it make any sense? Instead of the pastors to start preaching to them, say, no, go out. The government is the problem. You don't have any person attacking you or any individual, any spirit that is pursuing you not to get job. Why you don't have job is because there are no sufficient factories to accommodate everybody. So they turn women into a shower. In order to give them job, they have to sleep. Everybody have to sleep with them. You understand? That is it. They will tell you now, getting job becomes a miracle. How does it sound? For goodness sake, is it not all these things we are fighting against? This is stupidity. They condition people into being stupid and seeing everything in one very wrong vision or prism. This is what we are against. Thank you for listening. I will continue this submission another day. Thank you for listening. And I think on the 17th, I will be on air with Mazi Chinedu on the 17th, being Wednesday. I will be on air on this hallowed platform with Mazi Chinedu. Thank you for listening. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is our identity. For people that are being worried and tired, the only thing you can do that will make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be happy is to be consistent. He has said it. That a time will come, you don't need your physical power to continue. What you need is willpower. Even he never even reached that. Because we never even enter. People that are saying, hey, bring a war, let us go fight them. Can you handle propaganda, number one? Can you handle suffering? War suffering? When they blaster your house with the bomb everywhere, everybody scatter. Your family, this one will run east, the other one will run left. Won't you start blaming now only consequence this rubbish or the canon and the IPOB? Can't you start turning back to blame us? Do you see what we are doing? We want you to be consistent. Stop allowing emotion to take charge of you. Stop allowing sentiment. I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Where he is now, I'm not happy. Who is happy? Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu happy? But this is freedom fighting. That is the reality. You cannot love him more than he loves himself. He is there for you. The only thing you can do for him is to make sure that you continue in the right way, in the right direction with what you are doing. That is the only thing. Not I love. I mean, we have seen many people in his back, and in his front, in his left. Today, they are chaff. They are talking another thing. Biafra remains our ideology, our only ideology. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Galana lewere na mbago Biafra ndị ngozi obodo bụ sọma obode doro nsọ. The land of the rising sun is a home of the Biafrans. The far of the eastern land is a promised land, a blessed land of the Chukwu Biafra. Biafra, Ebeka Unusi, Biafra, Gaimara, Biafra, Ganeboso Gabiri, Agaimara, Biafra, Ganeboso Gabiri, Biafra, Gane, Zombe, Waboke, Anijala, Namama. Wana bemo kama malombo wana jumo wasina Biafra na tago Chukwu kika biama onya nino naka Biamerani mama Sampe Uwa boke Anijala Nala namo Biafra baloma Ala chukwu gozire Ala manamo Ala chukwu gozire The rising sun Mgbe mbuka kwuru okwu esi N'ojihe nwatakịrị O were aka ya elu Agafuwa ya ufu wetuo ya Maka na ọnọdụ ugo Ọnọdụ ga-adịrọ n'igwe mma Sampe Ndị ala adịghị mma Ndị zuru Ndị na-aṅụ ọbara mmadụ Ndị okwu ha abịakwala n'ọzọ ka ha kwatusu Biafra mana Chukwu okike abịa ma gị ka ị n'aka mana Chukwu okike abịa ma gị ka ị n'aka na anyị ga-ala ụgbọ bụ ka anyị je nwere onwe anyị ụgbọ bụ ka anyị je ala Biafra na-atago
The land of the rising sun is a home of the Biafrans. The far of the eastern land is a promised land, a blessed land of the Chukwu Biafra.
Ebeka Unusi, Biafra, Ebeka Unusi, Biafra, Gaimara, Biafra, Ganeboso Gabiri, Agaimara, Biafra, Ganeboso Gabiri, Biafra, Ganebo. IPOB, one big family, Honorable Nwanna Gbaloso, Adago, Onere, Abo Kalesia, Ore Kalesia, Oro, Re. Sampe, Anarabisi aka n'elu ụwa wee gbawa n'ori aka. Mmiri marụ gasawo garụ anyị ma n'ọnọdụ ọ dịrọ n'egbe mma mmiri bụ nke anyị na mbido ọ ga-abụ nke anyị na njedebe ọsọ nwakwụ ụzọ nwakwụ ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị na-azọ ọ bụ nwere onwe ọ bụrụ ọgụ ụmụaka anyị ga-ana ọgụ nwere onwe ọ bụrụ ọgụ ndị sabo ya mere anyị ga-ana Pharaoh let my people nwere onwe ọ bụrụ ọgụ ụmụaka anyị ga-ana ọgụ nwere onwe ọ bụrụ